Hello, you're watching TVP World News Tonight. I'm Jonasz Rawiński. We begin with the latest headlines. Tragic aircraft accident claims the lives of 3 Ukrainian pilots. European countries struggle with overwhelming migration. And World Athletics Championships conclude in Budapest. Kyiv confirmed reports about a secret meeting between Ukrainian and NATO generals in mid-August. According to The Guardian, the 5-hour talks were a real help to Ukrainian troops from a strategic standpoint. In recent weeks, Ukraine's counteroffensive has proceeded at a measured pace, with Russian forces slowing it down with fortifications and landmines.
On August 15th, Ukraine and NATO's top commanders went to a secret location on the Polish-Ukrainian border. According to The Guardian's reports, these talks were an effort of Western commanders to convince their Ukrainian counterparts to change the strategy of the ongoing counteroffensive, which has significantly slowed in pace.
Following the recent visit to Kyiv, this week I traveled to the Polish-Ukrainian border with Command US EUCOM General Kavoli. We met Ukraine's Chief of Defense General Zaluchny and his senior team for a 5-hour discussion on the counteroffensive and plans for the weekend and the year 2024.
According to President Zelensky's advisor, Mikhailo Podolyak, this type of meetings is not a rare occurrence during the Russian invasion. The latest one ended with a reset of Ukrainian military plans. On Friday, Kyiv claimed a breakthrough on one of the most fortified Russian defense lines.
Probably because they know that this is the most important direction in which Ukrainians are interested to liberate as a priority, to break through to the Azov Sea.
The defenders are also preparing to liberate southern parts of Ukraine by blasting Russian ammunition depots. One of them exploded in Berdyansk in the Zaporizhzhia region, leaving plumes of black smoke above the occupied city. And while all of Ukraine woke to the sound of air raid sirens overnight, Russians witnessed yet another drone attack, a frequent source of fear for Russians in recent months. This time, Ukrainian kamikaze drones hit aircraft and air defense equipment in Kursk and Bryansk regions.
Ukraine mourns 3 pilots who died on Friday after 2 fighter jets collided during a combat mission. Among the dead is a pilot from the Ghosts of Kyiv unit, who will be remembered as a staunch advocate of Ukraine getting F-16s. The causes of the tragedy are now under investigation.
Captain Andriy Pilshchikov, Mayor Serhiy Prokazin, and Mayor Vyacheslav Minka. These are the names of 3 Ukrainian pilots whose lives were stolen in a tragic airplane collision in the Zhytomyr region. Pilshchikov, the youngest one, was a widely known pilot with a nickname Juice.
A Ukrainian officer, one of those who greatly helped our state, very much so. My condolences to the family and loved ones, to everyone who knew the young man.
The fallen pilots have made hundreds of sorties aimed at downing Russian missiles, aircrafts, and drones. Juice was the one who carried out most of these missions. His girlfriend shared a heartbreaking photo with a caption that hit a nerve.
Thank you for letting me hug you once again yesterday before the flight. I will do everything as I promised.
During their last flight, the pilots used an outdated L-39 combat trainer aircraft. Juice was one of the thousands of Ukrainian defenders who stressed the country's desperate need of modern weapons and craved to see F-16 fighter jets in Ukrainian skies. Today, dozens of airmen paid respect to the legendary pilots in a ritual originating in the Second World War. An acoustic piano was burned to ashes in a tribute to the fallen pilots. The instrument had 3 call signs and fight numbers written on it shortly before it was set on fire.
Crowds of aviation fans gathered in Poland, in the town of Radom today, for the biggest air show in Central Europe. The 2-day event attracted 200,000 people, eager to watch some of the world's most advanced aircraft in action.
Those who came to Radom today could see a variety of different aircraft on display, from those very small ones to very big ones, like this aerial refueling tanker behind me. But most people came here to see these machines in action, and at least judging by the reactions of the crowd, the pilots really delivered today.
We love coming here. The last time we were here was 5 years ago. We were delighted to go back to Radom after the break. Cool flights and cool planes.
The previous edition of the Radom Air Show took place 5 years ago. Since then, the Polish army acquired lots of new equipment. And since this is a celebration of the Polish aviation, the Korean-made FA-50 fighter jets are today in focus. Last year, Poland ordered 12 of those, and the first ones are already in Poland, and of course, can be seen here in Radom.
F-50's advanced, electronic glass cockpit and the 7 weapon stations that carry AIM-9 and JDAM, Maverick, and Mk-82. So it's a pretty much, good weapon solution for Polish Air Force.
The weather couldn't be much better for today's event. It's a warm, sunny day, one of the last days of the summer holidays here in Poland. And I'm sure, thanks to this show, kids will be returning to school with some great memories. From Radom for TVP World, Ovidiusz Nicieja.
Several explosions shook the capital of Romania and its neighborhoods as tanks at a local petrol station erupted in flames. The incident resulted in 1 death and 57 people injured, including 39 Romanian firefighters.
25 fire engines are what it took to cool down the fires raging outside the Romanian capital of Bucharest. Having dealt with the blast, rescue crews had no idea they would confront one another in less than an hour. The blasts killed 1 person, while 57 have burns on 80% of their body area. The event prompted the country's authorities to ask for international support.
We've activated the European Union Civil Protection Mechanism. It is almost certain that 4 people will be transferred to Belgium and Italy tonight.
In response to an acid vapor cloud hanging over the area, local authorities decided to evacuate all residents within an 800-meter radius from the site of the accident. Overall, 3,000 people had to leave their homes in order to get to safety.
Record numbers of illegal migrants are flocking to Europe's borders. Lampedusa, a small Italian island in the Mediterranean, is under pressure following a gigantic influx of migrants in the past few days.
Tens of boats filled to the brim with illegal immigrants arrive at the coast of Lampedusa each day. The island is currently hosting over 4,200 migrants, over 10 times its maximum capacity.
We've never had problems when it comes to dealing with a large number of arrivals. We have always been able to transfer people to other locations.
But now the local authorities are calling out for help. On some days, over 500 migrants show up at the local reception center, but there is no clear strategy on the next steps.
The sub-Saharan migrants tell us they were abused right before leaving the country. Many of them told us they had been taken to the desert area near the border with Libya and left there with no water or food.
Most of the boats arrive from Tunisia, a major transit point for smugglers on the central Mediterranean migration route to the EU. Apart from being the most popular, it's also the deadliest. But it's not only Italy that is struggling with illegal migrants. Belgian authorities are unable to cope with the scores of asylum seekers flowing into the country. 60 people were arrested in the latest police operation.
We're talking about wandering people, illegal immigrants. We're talking about unaccompanied foreign minors who are in a very precarious situation and need to be offered a concrete solution.
By March, Belgium had already deported nearly 1,000 people illegally staying in the country. Authorities stress that those ineligible for asylum will be asked to leave. The Belgian capital has long been struggling with a rise in the consumption of drugs, but also other drug-related crimes. Safety in the city is declining.
Crime goes on outside and inside the stations too. Pickpockets, drug users, crack cocaine, and heroin use are all on the rise.
Belgium presented a new migration deal earlier in the year, hoping to solve the asylum crisis. The next moves include freeing up space at reception points and dealing with unsuccessful applicants.
You're watching TVP World News Tonight. Still to come on this program. American Secretary of Commerce on a visit to Beijing. And Zimbabwe's incumbent president wins third term. US Secretary of Commerce Gina Raimondo arrived in Beijing for a series of talks following recent trips of Anthony Blinken, Janet Yellen and John Kerry. The visit comes amid heightened trade tensions between the US and China, with the American government banning investments in one of the crucial sectors of the Chinese economy.
Raimondo's trip comes following latest executive orders banning Americans from investing in certain Chinese companies. Disputes started already during the Trump administration, with the United States setting up tariffs on goods imported from China. The policy only got stronger once Joe Biden took over the White House. The incumbent president forbade American entities from trading with Chinese technology giants, instead prioritizing homegrown production. Latest reports suggest that some companies attempt to circumvent the American sanctions. Huawei has recently been reported to operate a series of secret chip-making factories on the Chinese territory.
Crime is growing at an alarming rate in Argentina. The country is faced with inflation that has exceeded triple digits for the first time since 1991. Experts wonder whether the upcoming elections will have any effect on the country's economic situation.
Argentina's national currency, the peso, is weakening with each passing day. Over the past year, the country's inflation rate rose from a whopping 78.5% and surpassed 100 in February for the first time since 1991. Now it's at 103.4%.
Many go to soup kitchens even though they have jobs. The social situation is worsening and is being aggravated by the latest events.
Local businesses are bearing the brunt of the deteriorating economic situation. In cities across the country, groups of people break into stores, hoping to steal food and other necessities.
The looters go off the bus out of the blue. You don't even expect them, they get in and take you by surprise. You don't have time for anything. Everyone is suffering, both the sellers and the buyers. It's a very stressful situation.
The country also received an invitation to join the BRICS group. The outgoing president called this a great opportunity to strengthen the economy. Ahead of the presidential elections later this year, this remains the main topic of debate between presidential candidates. But this is not the only country in the region or in the world struggling to curb inflation. Data from early last year highlights skyrocketing figures in Syria, Lebanon, Sudan, and in Venezuela, where inflation surpassed 1,000%. Venezuela.
Bro, when they said how horribly people are living in the country, I was like, damn, I wish if this country is going to become a BRICS member soon. And immediately her next sentence was, the country was invited to join BRICS. Like, come on, what's your definition of hot? 37 degrees Celsius right now. Disgusting. It was 40, it plummeted to 37, and it's staying at 37 right now. We're supposed to have a storm today, tomorrow, or the day after. No one really knows when. I'm just trying to survive until it happens. So that's my definition of hot. 37 degrees Celsius. It was 34 last week. I couldn't live then. Oh, I don't know USA. I don't know USA. 17 degrees here. I'm banning you from the stream. I'm blocking you from the stream. I'm reporting you for hate speech. Hate speech, anti-me conversation. Bullshit. Is there a report message thing? There isn't. I can't report a message on Twitch, but if I could report a message, I would fucking report a message. No, I can add you to a block list. I'm gonna do that. It's hot. It's hot, my man. In Germany, it's 17. I've heard they had a storm. Usually they have a storm 2 to 3 days before we do. This time they had it at least 4 days before we do. I'm not too happy about that. I keep on waiting for the storm to come here. It's still not coming. I don't know why it's not coming. I don't like living like this, my man. Wait, I don't know what's 70. Check this out. Temperature USA to Europe. Oh, temperature map. Oh, look what exists. Look what exists. Oh, yo, hey, yo. Okay, so you're the same as we are. Because here, look at this. Look at this. You see where I am? I'm here. I'm here in this area. It's 21. You're feeling kinda hot at the absolutely normal temperature of 21. It was 37 here last week, but it's cooled down to 31, 33. Shit. 22, 22. Please send some cold weather here, please. Please give us. Please give us. Oh, look at you people there. Bro, it's like Balkans is in actual fucking hell. Fuck this shit. Ah, this is not goddamn fair. Hey, look though, they made Kosovo their own country. Still though, holy shit. In Southern California, it gets super hot if you go just a little distance away from the ocean. Oh shit, I remember something about that. I remember reading that once on Reddit, something humidity. Humidity and you people. Do Romanians don't believe in air conditioning? No. The Croats don't believe in air conditioning. But like next year I'm gonna have to buy. Hey, by the way, look at this. I changed to this screen. I added it specifically so you could be looking at the city in the background. It's supposed to also show the chat, so we'll see how that works. But it shows the city in the background and you can see the Ukrainian flag right there. Oh, I need to change the letter color. That's what I need to fix. But there's the Ukraine flag in the middle of the fucking city and it's huge. Croatians don't believe in air conditioning. I was at the car fixed dude. Mechanic. I was at the mechanic just before the stream. And we asked him how does he work because it's really, really, really fucking hot in his workshop. This dude, he says that he feels lightheaded sometimes because it's so hot, but he survives. So he thinks that's okay. And then, even worse, he says that his wife asked him to put an AC unit in the house. His wife and daughter have, in his words, teamed up together to force him to buy one. And he says that he agreed to get one, but it has to be turned off the second he comes home from work. And as long as he is in the house, the AC will have to be off. I'm like, why? For what reason, my man? Why? What do you think it's gonna do to you? What do you think the danger is? Whoa. Low humidity, so it doesn't feel as bad as Florida heat. Okay, low humidity feels less horrible. High humidity feels fucking horrible, right? Man, we'll need to get an AC here. AC unit here though. It's absolutely fucking disgusting. Man, I hate living like this. I hate summers. I hate global warming. I hate everything. I think I'm just angry. Nothing works. Winters are fucking amazing. What's wrong with winters? Humidity. Does humidity fuck something up? Feels like you're breathing hot steam all the time. Fucking disgusting. Bro, though, look at this. And then look at these fuckers. Everything crumbled on my desk right now. Look at these fuckers. Getting some little bouts of green. Getting some greenish spots. Fuck you. Maritime maps. Air quality index. Damn. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. So we're good. Whoa. Thursday only 24. I wish. I wish. They still think Putin is too decent to have killed Prigozhin. They think it was the CIA. Oh, that's my favorite conspiracy currently. It's CIA because it's so impossible that Putin would kill one of his generals. It's not like he did it before. Absolutely impossible. It was Putin. Sent from the Sahara. Hey. Crazy, doing well though. We got the green. We got the green. We're good.
The United States? You know, the thing that hurts me the most is that I have to watch the NBA Finals and they have world champion on their head. World champion of what? The United States?
Okay,
Don't get
fair.
me wrong. I love the U.S. at times. But that ain't the world. That is not the world. We are the world. We have almost every country out here fighting, thriving, putting on their flag to show that they are represented. There ain't no flags in the NBA.
Okay, fair.
What?
He's cute. I have no idea who that is, but he cute. People, of course, being like, ha, stupid Americans. Bro. The haze, particles. Man, I don't even know. Part of me was like, damn, USA is definitely gonna be horrible. But no, USA doing well. USA doing well. Pollen levels. For you weak people who have not evolved enough and you still have allergies. Look at us being in orange. 100 meters, 200 meters, 400 meters. USA does win gold in basketball every Olympics. Does? Nice! Congratulations, USA! Congratulations, USA! Oh, look at this rainfall radar. Bastards here. You know what this is? This is the seaside. This is where the shit people live, okay? They have it good. They have it alright. They have their little rain that they don't deserve for a second there. They have their little rainy things happening. What is this? Active storms? Oh! Whoa. Okay, nice. This is fair, but I have to show you my news. Okay, actually, did I click on all of the links? I didn't. I have one too. Hey, Ruslana, look how gorgeous she is. I saw this before the stream. Look how gorgeous this woman is. Man, just fucking beautiful. Just goddamn beautiful. I've seen recently the statistics on this, and fuck, a lot of Ukrainians are living with like physical consequences of this war. A lot of people are missing their limbs because of this. It's just, it has brought suffering to like the entire population. Sledgehammer! Hey, have you seen that image I posted in the Discord? Have you seen? Have you seen the holy Prigozhin? The holy Yevgeny? Look at him. He even has the little sledgehammer. I saw it posted a lot on Serbian parts of the internet. I don't really know where it started. I don't know who made this. I don't know where it is. I just know Serbs have it around. This sledgehammer can be used to beat the stupidity out of officials' heads. A Russian governor presented a new mayor with a sledgehammer at inauguration. Shit, I saw this on Twitter actually. I saw this on Twitter before the stream and I couldn't find the source of the video. I just saw this like part. I couldn't find the source of the video, so I was like, damn, this is a fake.
Этот молот можно использовать, чтобы зачастую
Bro.
вышибать. Я бы хотел, чтобы вы этим молотом орудовали аккуратно, чтобы этот молот вам помогал действительно ковать будущее Перми и Пермского края. Этот молот можно использовать,
Russian Ivans.
зачастую дурь.
Bro, I think Ivans will be safe if their limbs are gonna be removed before they start rotting and kill the entire person.
Чтобы этот молот вам помогал действительно ковать будущее Перми и Пермского края. Этот молот можно использовать, чтобы
Bro. Bro. Just fucking imagine that. Man. Hey, I'm seeing Kaya mentioned in chat, by the way. What is up with Kaya? What is up with Kaya? What has happened with Kaya? Are there any news about the whole thing? Let me put it like this so more can be shown. Are there any news about the situation? Because I've seen people calling for her to be removed from her position. I don't know how much success they had. I don't know if they hoped to have success. I don't know if realistically there was a chance for anything. Kind of sucks. It kind of sucks. She was really, really, really strong on the whole situation. Ah, okay, this. I'm seeing this. I've saved you this. But also I've saved you fuck now. I kind of want to watch Vatnik Soup first. I saved Vatnik Soup for the stream before. 3 days ago, 2 days ago. No, we weren't streaming 2 days ago. Then 3 days ago, maybe 4 days ago. 4 days ago. 4 days ago. Oh shit, new animation. And then we haven't watched it. She lied a lot and now she looks like a hypocrite. Wait, was it? Am I unknowledgeable? Was it a lie? The way I've understood it is that her husband is working for a firm which has some sort of stakes in a company which still works in Russia. But I don't know how much he was. Yeah, but then also, yeah. I guess even without lying, it makes you look like a hypocrite because you're really, really supportive of Ukraine and then you allow something like this to happen. Wait, he was directly involved? Hey, also talking about that, Heineken stopped all of their production in Russia. So if you're a beer lover, go get some Heineken, okay? Well, I'm trying to find the, what's the word? The confirmation on that. So in previously this year, Heineken has has sold operations in Russia, and then promised it will exit Russia completely, and now it has exited Russia completely. It is fully out of Russia as of right now. So goddamn amazing. If you want to be buying some beer, if you want to be consuming some beverage these days, buy Heineken. I know at least like one Croatian beer was still not directly involved in doing business in Russia, but the company which helps produce the mentioned Croatian beer is still working in Russia. So for that reason, I've kind of replaced it with whatever was the alternative at the market. So now I think I'm just gonna go for Heineken if I ever have to drink like bigger ones. So I'm recommending that. Go and get them. half of Europe is still doing business with Russia too. I feel okay with bullying them out of it though. Like we maybe should do a cancel culture on them. Maybe we should force them out if they don't want to leave themselves. Throwing eggs at the Russian embassy? 100 euros? Hey! Fucking based.
Все.
Fucking great. Let's set a Kickstarter fund me to help more people of such fines based. Definitely would contribute. I have the balls to do it myself. Kaya had a public government visit to Metaprint, the company her husband's firm did deliveries in Russia. On the PowerPoint, you can see she was informed that Metaprint operates in Russia. Oh, so wait, was that what was wrong about this? So she was informed, but then she said she wasn't, and that's what she lied about? Oh. Okay, that makes sense, actually. That makes sense. Drone footage from Tokmak? I don't think I did. What is creepy about it? He will sell all shares in Stark Logistics and withdraw from the company. In the light of media coverage that has emerged, I understand that my business activities, shareholding and work in Stark Logistics, a company that has been carrying out transport services from Estonia to Russia, have raised questions that regardless of the answers will affect my wife's work. Does he mean questions that regardless of the answers will affect my wife's work? He thinks there's a chance to explain this in a way that makes him not sound like a vatnik, but he thinks that he will not be given the chance to explain this that way. Russian soldier. Oh yeah, little kid when they just run away and they leave the child behind. Shit, I've seen that one. I've seen that one. They just fuckers just left the kid. Also, someone said in the comments they left the rifle too. And I wanted to find the video again to check, but I haven't. I remember them leaving a kid, and I was like, what the fuck? Why did they leave a kid? So I go to the comments, and the comments are like, oh yeah, they just left the fucking kid there. Because they panicked, I guess. I don't know why they left the kid. It's such a weird thing. I think it's like safe for work, unless there's a part of the video that I haven't seen before. Yeah, this one. Check this out. Look at our city there. There's a Ukrainian flag. I'm so proud of that. Look at this. So I can see them, right? Wait, can I switch to this one because it's more zoomed in? You see them here, and you see the kiddo, right? You see the kiddo. The kiddo's right there, and they just fucking leave the kid. Oh, this rifle. Oh, I haven't paid attention at all. I was looking at the kid. I was like, why is the kid there? And all the time I'm like, is that someone's kid? Is that his kid? Is that his kid? It has to be someone's kid, right? There's a kid there. But like the kid is just there and they don't pay too much attention to it. Which is like already fucking weird. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird they don't have any interactions. with the kid. And then they're like, oh yeah, you know what we're gonna do? You know what would be a smart thing for us to do right now? To leave. To fucking leave. And they just left the kid there. There's a kid and it just left. Like that's the entirety of the video. It's just the kid is that, and the kid says that, and nothing else happens. And I thought that someone's gonna update it with like, oh yeah, someone returned. No, the kid is just that. Like I don't know what happened later, but holy shit. Just fucking horrible. Fucking horrible. Hey, I saw this one. I tried to fact check this one and I couldn't find it. I tried to fact check this one and I couldn't find too much information because for some reason my phone was loading the story way too slowly. And then it just never loaded, and then I started thinking about something else. Do we know anything about this? Do we know the dude's name? Because like I've seen someone bitching about the idea that like this doesn't seem to be reported by enough newspapers, so it doesn't seem too valid. And then I wanted to go check the German ones. I could actually like probably go to News Now Germany to check. I've got mobile data on my phone and it kind of loads slowly. Germany. Oh. Oh. Okay, we found something. Found something. Do we know who he is? Hubert Aiwanger. Oh no, this is another one. Another Nazi scandal. Not this one Nazi scandal. The other one. He is accused of writing a pamphlet mocking Auschwitz and the Holocaust as a high school student in 1988 when he was 17. He denies having written the document, although he admitted he may have been in possession of one or more of the flyers at one stage of his childhood. Huh. I did not write the paper in question and consider the content to be disgusting and inhuman, but you had one or more of the flyers during your childhood. Politician's brother claimed to be the pamphlet's author, explaining his actions as being motivated by hatred for his school rather than an ideological conviction. Yeah. One of the most anti-Semitic and disgusting things I've read. Oh shit. Do you think it was one of those situations where like it's an edgy kid just writing hateful shit? It's Free Voters. It's not AFD. It's Free Voters, which is center-right apparently. Which is cute. That is cute. That is cute. Center-right you go. And then you're led by a dude with Nazi pamphlets around. Well, I'm trying to do clicky. I'm trying to do clicky in order. What is this?
Every Jew and a Gentile, not just Jews, that speak one word of empathy to the gays, one word. I understand them, I accept it, it's not his fault, he's still religious, who am I to judge him? All these fake expressions will be severely punished beyond what he can dream about or her. The punishments that the people that accept such an abomination with no pain, no problem whatsoever, and sometimes they send messages on social media.
Is this the third account of that
We
Humans will
support
go
you.
extinct in
Kol
2026
hakavod, great
person.
that you came out. They admire the Chilul Hashem he made.
Yeah, it's classic fucking religion, my dude. Classic fucking organized religion takes. Just holy shit. Nothing too surprising because I'm surrounded by Christians here, like proper Christians. There's I want to say similar type of a view where they think basically if you accept LGBT people as members of society, you are betraying Jesus himself. So it's it's a good thing these types of people don't have too much power. What? Bro, that is horrifying. Bro, that is horrifying. Tina Poopy got banned? No, Tina Poopy didn't get banned. It just that this one seems to be the same person as Tina Poopy. Was her name Tina Poopy? What was her name? What is the first name? Wasn't something... I think it had AE next to each other. And then she changed to Tina Poopy, and now she probably changed to Iban Simpson, which is a cool username, to be fair. Bro was 17. Who cares? I mean, I care. I kind of care. I think that I think your being is formed by these types of situations. I think that you may grow out of these types of things later in your life, but they still form a part of you. You know? They still form something. So it is kinda important. Kinda. Like 17 isn't, you know, that young. When I think of, you know, when my generation had the phase of writing really hateful shit online, it was like when we were, I think it was between 13, 14, 15. 17 is already kind of already a bit weird-ish about it. So also, how did they find the pamphlet? Okay, they accuse him of writing it. Okay, he was found in a school, and then he was summoned before a school disciplinary committee, and now people have remembered it because the elections are incoming. Okay, I see that. Mama's little denazifier, bro. Use of Nazi symbols in banned in Germany. Man. Damn. Dewey. I like how I love how they had like Nazi scandal, and it wasn't that one, it was the other one. Yeah, so I guess they have only Deutsche Welle and that's it, right? Who is the biggest traitor at the fatherland? Oh. Oh, that's not some edgy 17-year-old. Oh, shit. That was a school photo of him? Oh, no. No, no. Bullshit? Bullshit? Really? Bullshit. Really? Impossible. Why was that allowed? Are they making a mockery out of the fact that his brother said that he did it? Yeah, they're making memes because his brother said that he wrote the thing. his brother's guys. What? Oh, Wang, who in his entire life has never attracted attention with his anti-Semitic statements, is badly slandered by his political opponents shortly before the elections, and Professor Wolfson publicly defends himself against these informers abusing the Jews for their day-to-day political purposes. He says aptly that anyone who equates conservative with Nazi and anti-Semite is clueless and slanderous. Who did it, though? Who did it? Who claimed that these two are the same things? What is this? Oh shit, I saw this, I saw this. It's one of those things. Yeah, one of those. What's the word? Can't remember it. Set up little things. I assume it's one of those where you like drive a little train around and then you're like looking around. Theme park, yeah, theme park is a proper word. At the start I was like, heh, and then I noticed it's like fake animals, and then I was like, eh. Could have been, yeah. Not even staged, like they aren't real. You know, it's like, I think it is a theme park, what I'm thinking of. They're like driving a little thingy, or is it a boat? It's a little boat, I guess, they're driving. You know what it reminds me of? Have you guys ever watched, I used to be on TikTok, part of this, where people drive those little trains through Disney parks. And then, like, you have all of those animatronics? Is that what it is? You have, like, all of them on the side, and then they, like, move around and stuff like that? Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. And then I was like, damn, would have been funny if it wasn't. That's my deep analysis. I'm like, that's your town? The thing in the back, yeah. That's the town. There's the Ukrainian flag. You can see it right there. We're actually watching it because there's supposed to be a windstorm today. So pray. There's the entire town. Like, this is the middle of the town, basically. Okay, so not the entirety of it. But like one part of it, and we're watching to see where the rain is. It's not technically outside. I'm a few kilometers away from it. But it is where I mostly say I am, so people don't know where I actually am. And also it looks kind of cool. It's a cool town, okay? This area. Let me show it to you. This is the pedestrian area. You see they have a fountain? There's like a fountain. This is basically the square. And it's the pedestrian part of the city, and you can't have cars here. You can have, you see the car has to go around and then he has to go up. He can't go inside. We do have buses though. Buses can be coming now because usually tramways are around. Don't know how people say tramway, but we usually have tramway around. And he was parked in the fountain. That's fair. My dog always wants to take a shit in the fountain. But yeah, usually you just have tramways, which are tram, I think, tramway, which is these, but currently they are being fixed. So instead of having them, we have a couple of buses going around. So that's it. Those are the only vehicles allowed to be in the middle of the area. It's actually really cool, and I like having parts of the city where you're not allowed to drive cars. I'm a big fan of that. I know this is getting more and more popular in Europe, and I'm really happy for it. I like having parts where cars are not allowed to be. Fuck cars. They're like everywhere, and they make everything so hot, and I'm annoyed at them existing. There's some old people complaining that it's really loud because of children playing. Oh shit. Bro, that is the most ridiculous thing ever. It's too loud because there's so many children playing. The same people who usually would have been like, bro, the society is crumbling because there's not enough families around. This one? Ours are blue. Like this, I think. Something like this. This is basically ours. Look at this one though. We do yeah, I think that blue one up there was the closest to what we have. Look at what we have though. Osiek. Bo chodzić. Bo życie. Look what we have. We have Christmas tramway every year, and it looks like this. And it's kind of cool. He goes through the city and he's all sparkly and shit. See? And like you go inside and there's Santa and just look at this little thing. Come on. That's so cute. That's so cute. We're so cute. I love us. We're so cute. Look at him. Ah, he impales you. Rips straight through your ass. Look at him. It's like it's Christmas. It's a Christmas little thing. Come on. How cool is that? You gotta come to Osijek to tourism during winter to see one of these. Every year he's like different. So I don't even know which image is from which one, to be honest, because I'm not really too much of a tramway person. So I don't really know. But like, look at this. This is also cool. We're such a great city. If a city were to build an area like that in the US, people would bitch about it and complain about there being nowhere to park. Ah, that's kind of what they did here. But then slowly they had to figure out that no one gives a shit about their complaints, and then they shut the fuck up. For a while they were like, me. We can't park here. Me. There's not enough parking in the city. Why can't we park here? Me. And the city was basically like, yeah, okay, shut the fuck up. And they did. They shut the fuck up. They do have enough parking lots. That's the worst thing. They have enough of them. They just wanted to have them closer, which like no one fucking needed to have them closer. You can park. You see like the cars where they're going through this part. If you follow the road, like just down there, but you're not allowed to go through this side. But like the part where they're coming from, there's like a huge parking lot right there. The part where they are going right now, there's a huge parking lot, and then if you do a turn, there's also a huge parking lot. Like there's huge, humongous parking lots around. They don't need more parking lots. They just want them. Fucking losers. But also the city has started to implement more cool shit, like those little bikes. You can rent a bike. You can rent a Romobile. There's a lot of stuff to rent to be driving around. So, I think that's cool. Europoles can't afford cars. We actually can't. The average age of a car in Croatia is like, what, 25? Hey, nice! Oh, I don't know where that is, but that is cute. Oh, that is cute. I wish this is what my city looked like. Damn. And then we just have like me, dirt. There were hundreds of students walking with me, but then a teacher came in with his SUV, and we all had to move towards the two corners so that 90% of the path could be used by one guy in a big ass coffin. Yeah, see. Beat up your teachers. That is what you should have learned from that experience. Beat up every single teacher you have, and then they will not be able to drive their cars around. Rating of wooden ruins in Russia? What? Do I dare to click? Oh! Well, this is not actually bad looking, to be honest. Look at this, like some real craftsmanship went into this one. Not a bad looking house. Not a bad looking house. Kinda sad, kinda abandoned. You know what this is? It's like used to be a family full of children and everything was nice and happy. Probably a rich family too, considering the size of the house. But then Putin killed one of the kids in Kursk and the other one of the kids in Chechnya and the other one of the kids in Georgia and the other one of the kids in Crimea. And now there's just one like grandmother alone in the house, and that is why it's also ruined. Because there's no one else to take care of it. Also, the road is fucking shit. And that road's always this shit. How do they have, like, look at these fancy ass houses. They have these fancy ass houses around. And then they have these shit roads. If I go to the fancy ass house and my mouse, I'm gonna have the shit road all the way. Where does the real road start? Oh, look at these cool cars. That's some cool ass car. Is this the fancy? Oh, it only looked fancy from one side. Where do I reach a road? How do I... Oh, look at this. See, also craftsmanship. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. But then you notice the paint has been chipped. There's nothing in the garden. The fence is broken. Old people. All of this just old people's places. Old people that no one cares about. Can I go? No, it looks like even worse of a road. Road! No. Well, I give up. Here? Wait, the car didn't even go there? Oh, great. So it's he like turned around. Oh, it's a little turnaround. It is. Oh no, it's not, because there's branches here. I guess you go whoosh, whoosh. See, but there's a cool house. But it has this thing. What sort of a facility is this? Is that a bus stop? No, that's water? What is that? That's a village toilet, you think? But it doesn't have a hole. Central water pipe? Window frames are so damn cute. Yeah, they have some great window frames, some great houses too. It's all like... See, look at these. Zzz. See that? See that? Rich people house. Rich people house. This is all... Look at this. Rich people house. It's all as if it was developing until... When did we get roads here? What does this say? Oh, he's selling it. He's selling it. This house is... Hey guys, if you want to buy this house, you can buy it. You can buy it. Here's the phone number. Oh, go buy it. Go buy it. Go buy it. It has very cute windows. Also a labyrinth inside the yard. But you know what it looks like? It reminds me of like here, but when my mother was very young. 50 years ago, approximately. Because around 50 years ago, we got the roads in this village, right? And like, it reminds me of this because my grandfather's family at the time, they were very, very rich. They had a lot of family members, so a lot of kids were able to work a lot of jobs, and then, you know, everyone had a tiny little bit of paycheck. So they were able to have a really, really fancy house. And it reminds me of that. It's like having a really fancy house. Fancy for the time. It's not really a good house for today, but at the time it was like, whoa. So it's like if you froze the time 50 years ago, right? Because the house was fancy for the time. Like this was fancy for the time, right? But there's no fucking roads. And nothing is maintained. Like, look at these fucking fences. No one's maintaining these fences. Like, if I go to abandoned parts of the village, I'm seeing fences like these. See, but like, this one is good. This one is good. This one is maintained. Someone lives here. Oh, this one is... Oh, no. This one is cracked. Oh, no. Well, that's kind of sad. But, like, this one is new. Wait, let me see the other ones. Where were the other ones? Which one did I click on even? Who the fuck knows? I just clicked... No, I clicked on this one. Oh no. Oh, see? Fancy though. Road. Road. That is the dumbest looking house I have seen in my entire life. I don't even know what makes it that stupid. I know, it's the roof. The roof is like... Oh, that looks very, very stupid. Ooh. At least they have gas. Hey, see, you don't see that often. Note granny. That means they're from one of the richer republics. Why do they have roof or walls? I have no idea, my man. Oh, nostalgia. My first car was a Yugo. Jedinca. And this looks kind of similar. Population of the city? No, actually. I'm kind of scared to check. Because I am reminded of the time I watched... Was it 1420? Or was it Headshot? One of those channels went into a village in Russia. And they were talking to people. Wow, look at this. This is pretty. This kind of looks like something we would have in Osijek. One of them went into some village. 891,000? Bullshit. Really? Okay, roads though. Roads. I mean, these things are always like, for me, how do I say it? It's easy to make everything look kind of bad, right? Because if you go at the map of Osijek, well, we do have roads. I was kind of following how many roads there are everywhere around, okay? Osijek. Let's go. Oh, it's a Republika. Right, like this is where the how do I even do the thing? How do I do the thing with a little person? Here he is. dropping me here. You see, it's like you can make, I think, any city look fucking horrible if you walk through it. Look at the sunshine, disgusting. Oh, it's... Ugh. This is right, let me walk to you. Let me walk to you to where the center is. Wish. 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 Like, see, we also have shitty looking parts. Here's the center. Let me show you the center. It's like here, and then here. Why was he driving on this side of the road? That's kind of illegal. Google car, that is a bit illegal. Oh, he couldn't reach that. See there? Somewhere there are the fountains. Somewhere there. But, that is the city, and it does have like shit looking parts. So I guess any place can be made to kinda look like shit. Personally, what surprised me... Osječko ljeto kulture? Oh, 2019. That makes sense. Personally, what surprised me is the lack of roads, though. Because when I was looking into their village that one of the interviewers went through, they didn't have any roads in the entirety of the village, right? So you go and you walk through the village and there's absolutely no roads. I'm trying to find one building and I don't know where it is. Where am I supposed to go? Where am I supposed to go? Not that. Not that. Maybe just that. Maybe I should just follow. Up. I want to show you one building. It's a really cool building. It's one of the first times in Osijek that I saw a building and I was like, wow. So cool how like city lives with the people. Oh, where am I? I reached a part. I could just like do the Osijek Galeria. Muzej likovnih umjetnosti. This one. It's that one. And then I go here. And I drop a little person right on here. And then I turn around. Because it has like a wound on it. It's... Oh, here it is. Look at it. The fucking trees blocking my view. This is why trees should go extinct, okay? Where's that chat person? See this? It's like more bright red in person. But this part here, that is where it got hit during the war by one of the rockets. And they just left it like that. They were like, hey, you know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna leave it. We're just gonna leave it like that. That's it. I'm gonna paint it red so it looks like an actual wound, and we're gonna leave it there so people are reminded. Then you have Vukovar, which is like a smaller city. Where's the hospital is there. Pevex is there. One of these little pointers should have been the tower. Vukovarski toranj. Oh, here you are, a little bit. There we go, here. Somewhere here. Look at him! Look at him! Look at him! This is the tower. This is the tower. He got destroyed during the war too, look at him. And he is repaired now, but he is left to look like this. So like he is supposed to look like this. So you are reminded of what happened to him and why he is like that. Look at him. Everything else got restored in the city. He is the only one that has stayed that way. So people could be like, oh yeah, we had a war here at one point. And it was very bad. And now we don't want to forget about it. Look at him. We actually had a situation here. We have a water tower, but it's one of those dumbass looking ones. And at one point Subs tried to hit it. and in trying to hit it, they hit their own church, which is right next to it. So ours has left standing. Yugo War, Yugoslavia War. Serbs destroyed this one. It was a symbol of Vukovar for a very, very long time. It was him, and it was also the hospital. Vukovar Bolnica. This one? Yeah, here. There's an actual hospital. And I still haven't... I don't need to go to the hospital that often. Why are you blurred? Here's the hospital in Vukovar. Bzz, the entirety of the building, right? There's a part. You can get into the basement. And I don't know how, because I've been here only once, and then we didn't know the basement area exists. But apparently you can go to the basement, and then in the basement there's a, let's say, art installation showing you the how the hospital was. It's like this, how the hospital was set up during the war and what was happening in it. So you have like these life-size mannequins and everything, and the equipment is there, and you can just kind of walk through the hallways and you can see how the hospital was. And I keep on wanting to go to it, but also it's kind of spooky. It's kind of spooky, and also I don't know, bro. I don't need to go to hospitals that often, okay? I'm GG, I'm doing well. Look at these, holy shit. One day I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go there and I'm just gonna cry the whole day because it seems like such a depressive place to visit. And also, yeah, this is like symbolizes the damage to the hospital during the war. The hospital itself is a memorial place. It is also an actual hospital. So like you actually go to the top area of the hospital to get treatment and shit, and you can go to walk in the basement to let's see the historical side. 800k by now. The rest is somewhere underground in Ukraine. Ooh. Whoever built that house is begging for the roof to collapse from the snow. To be fair, it's like Russia. I would guess if there's anything they're taking into account, it would be the amount of snow that is going to be falling on their rooftops. So I think they're doing okay. I kind of want to trust them on this one, you know, like if any country in the world would be like, maybe I should make sure my roof can withstand snow damage. It's Ruskies. I would hope. Hey, by the way, also I saved a bunch of videos for it, and I have shown you none of the videos. But also I need to teach you about some drama that's going on in Balkan Twitter right now, and then we're gonna watch videos, okay? The drama on Balkan Twitter right now. Let me try to find it. Let me find you the clip, the controversial clip that has started chaos between Serbia and Kosovo. Once again, you will never guess what the clip is, okay? Check out this horror. Show me. It's Rita Ora. She had a performance. This is her performing. Yeah, this is her performing, and there's a Serbian flag that she was dancing around with. My entire For You page is filled with this. Rita Ora, Serb queen. She released a statement saying that she couldn't see the flag. I don't trust it. She said she couldn't see what the flag was, and that she thought it was Hungarian, because this is like a concert in Hungary, right? So she thought it was Hungarian, but then too late she figured out it wasn't, but it was already, Lamaurip, you're already tainted with the Serb. That is her explanation. Currently Serbs have two opinions, one of which I like more than the other one. One of them is that she did this because she is trying to signal to people that Kosovo actually is Serbian land. So that is why she walked around with a Serbian flag. This is because she wanted to do so for a political reason. Which, personally, coming from the fact that I do know she is a celebrity, I discriminate against their involvement in politics to this extent. I don't think she did this for politics, okay? I have some sort of respect for this woman. I don't think she did this because she wanted to send some strong political message about, you know, geopolitics in the Balkans. I actually very much like the second Serb theory, which is the theory that she was just GG with wearing a Serbian flag because she was like, yeah, okay, here's a fan's flag and I'm just gonna have it around and that's it, you know? Like, she didn't care too much. She didn't give it too much of a shit. She didn't see it as some strong political symbol. She was just like, yeah, a flag that a fan gave to me. I'm going to wave it around for a little bit because it's a flag that a fan gave to me. And that's that. I like the theory. I like the theory. I've seen lots of people making jokes about like how much this is a contrast between the what they call the like normal casual Western experience of nations and cultures, because you know, she's just casually waving the flag around, versus the weird ass Balkan view of nations, which is people looking at you having a flag in your hand and already trying to figure out if you're trying to start another war. I thought it was interesting, so yeah. Born in the Socialist Republic of Serbia. I've actually never checked, to be honest. I have never looked at where she was born. No, wait, Pristina? Was it not? Was it not already separated back then? '21st, 20th. Ah, okay, Kosovo autonomy was revoked in 1989. Ah, okay. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Born in Yugo. No, Yugo was split. We like splitting the Yugo here, okay? I am a big fan of Balkanization, personally. If a fan sent for World War II German flag? I actually wonder if she would be able to see that one under the lights. I wonder about like Russian flag too. I feel I would be fucking offended if she did hold it up. I don't know. I'm going, like, you know, doing all of these streams and watching these news very, very often. I think it kind of creates an illusion that everyone else in the world sees this war as, you know, as serious as it is, and then sometimes you see like Russian flags just kind of waving around casually, and you're like, oh damn, oh damn, what is this? Look what I got. Independence. Yeah, the one where apparently a lot of people came, right? The 1991 one. And I think Serbs are mostly disputing it, if I'm not mistaken. But like, you know what I think is a problem with Serbs currently? Is that they will not hold any sort of a realistic claim to Kosovo as long as the government of Serbia is shit. But they don't want to replace the government because Vučić is still getting a lot of votes with his populist little "we're gonna keep Kosovo" bullshit. So there doesn't seem to be lots of possibilities for a change in a direction that Serbs would want right now. But if you look at how Serbian government is presenting itself, and if you look at how Kosovo government is presenting itself to the allies, I think it's quite obvious that when, you know, other countries look at it, they are aware who should they be supporting.
Вопрос о каких-то подобных целях для России, считаю, отдает провокационном смысле. Там внутри общества в Крыму происходит сложный процесс. Проблема крымских татар, украинского населения, русского населения, вообще славянского населения. Но это внутриполитическая проблема самой Украины.
Oh, thank you.
Договор с Украиной по поводу пребывания нашего флота до 2017 года, и мы будем руководствоваться этим соглашением.
Yeah, fucking cute, fucking cute. She moved to London when she was 1 year old. Oh, herself? Fucking impressive. GG Rita. When I was 1 year old, I was probably eating dirt around.
В теории возможно все, безусловно, но на практике тут
Where's my video watching thing?
действие либо бездействие. Если у вас есть какие-то ресурсы, возможности, вам никто не мешает помогать.
Strong independent baby.
Если вы какой-то обычный работяга, который приходит
Yeah, it's kind of weird he's still free.
со смены домой.
Makes me feel a bit suspicious. Makes me feel like he may be Peskov's son.
Точно никак вопрос не решат. Но урегулирование конфликта, я считаю, должно быть, ну, как-то мирным путем, а не
Someone's kid.
спецоперацией
He's someone's
войной,
kid.
чем там сейчас занимаются люди.
Someone's
И уж
lover?
тем более
Nah.
без каких-либо пледов
Doesn't give a lover boy idea. Someone's kid.
Решаем не мы, решает все. Остается просто ждать, надеяться на лучшее.
Разве не народ власть в стране?
В данной ситуации больше нет.
Нет.
Я даже не знаю. Как обычный человек, я, наверное, ничего не смогу сделать.
Ну, как вы представляете, то есть...
But also he does the questions, I think, in a smart way, so it would be hard to catch him.
Ну, и то, в данную секунду времени, на сегодняшний день просто невозможно себе представить. Ну, потому что ни первой, ни второй стороне не выгодно отступать сейчас, потому что это уже все слишком затянулось. Поэтому, мне кажется, ни та, ни другая уже не намерена делать шаги какие-либо назад.
То есть только поражение одной стороны.
Как бы это ни прискорбно бы звучало, но да.
В общем, сложно понять, как можно непосредственно повлиять на верхушку, которая действует в своих каких-то экономических, там, личных,
Green hair.
непонятных интересах. Вот, как повлиять на людей, которые...
Her neck says insecure.
Войну, зная, что сами на нее не пойдут и своих детей на нее не отправят.
Her hair also says insecure.
Но нам нужно как-то, наверное, объединиться, осознать, что мы в первую очередь люди, независимо от национальности, расы и всего прочего. Вот, перестать поддерживать...
Her mouth says should be more insecure.
Перестать поддерживать это как народу, как обществу, да? Вот, и сделать все возможное для того, чтобы просто не идти на эту войну.
Не знаю, я думаю, что надо сесть и договариваться по-другому никак. Ну, что-то вообще можно сделать или только ожидать, только ждать?
Ну, со стороны народа, наверное, только ожидать, а так, если со стороны политики не очень разбираются.
Cute.
Наверное, только
In some cases they aren't. Yeah, there was one of them that got arrested, right? I think no fuckers talked about him. The one who got arrested for participating in this and saying anti-Putin shit. After Pierogi Man turned into air-to-land missile. Potato Man said something like, that wasn't Putin, he's too subtle to make an assassination like that. He didn't even try to deny that Putin would kill him, just not with a missile, but with glowing tea. Yeah, it's like, that's not his... How did he say it? Putin is more patient, so he wouldn't do it like this. I was like, bro, what do you mean? What do you mean? This was the best way to get Prigozhin and the rest of Wagner leadership. Yeah, that's actually true. A little known fact is that if you remove Zelensky from power, Ukrainians immediately will be like, yeah, I'm actually okay with Russians killing everyone I love. Sanctions are working, they don't have polonium anymore. Could be. Also, they don't have Windows?
Но опять же, если что-то меняется...
Maybe they can't open the windows. They need one of those WD-40 things to make the windows able to be opened, but they don't have it because of the sanctions.
То возможно прийти к какому-то компромиссу, но, скорее всего, это опять же будет на чьих-либо условиях. Условно, если здесь будет перевес в сторону России, то на условиях России и текущей политики.
Hot weather is conspiracy of the right-wing parties to keep people from thinking and divided. It actually works to keep me from thinking, Matthew. Look at her shit!
Ни вам, ни мне ее не остановить. Это по-любому.
То есть обычные люди никак не могут на это повлиять?
Конечно. Это иллюзия. Перевороты все государственные, это тоже иллюзия.
Damn.
Честно сказать, я так полтора года уже видим, что во всяком случае...
Fresh potato juice for the last 10 years.
Ну, потому что их на данный момент не особо
Man, what a little bitch he is. I'm actually unsure. Have you seen the news about Wagner? Do we know what happened with Wagner? Why is it called the Black Stockings? By the way, Taiwo, just so you know, Heineken pulled all of their operations from Russia. Just so you know, in case you like drinking them. I am planning to immediately buy a bunch. I'm actually free this Wednesday, by the way. I've got a free day this Wednesday. So we're probably gonna have a morning stream too, and I'm planning to have on Heineken. It's the time. Hey, Heineken is good. It's good. Actually, all beer is good for me. I think I don't really have high expectations. That may be problematic. Ooh, what would you say to these foreigners? Andrei, 36. No, they haven't.
Удивляет это очень сильно, вот почему у них это работает, а у нас не работает.
True.
Но, скорее всего, это наш такой менталитет. И опять же, сейчас правительство это не народ. И если где-то возможно...
Bro, but that's also like why other countries... But this is so stupid. That was so stupid. He goes like the government doesn't represent the people here. But that's also why people do protests in other countries in which we have already established that the protests work. People do protests because they feel like they're not being represented by the government. It's the same fucking thing. Like the same goddamn exact the thing. They don't agree where the border actually is. It's in Belgorod. There was no large protest in Moscow or St. Petersburg. But there were like 5 people in Moscow.
Обычные люди вряд ли могут что-то решить, так как у нас тоталитарный строй. Вот, и любое действие будет пресекаться свыше. И люди уже выходили на митинги и всех заламывали. И, к сожалению, это...
I got some stockings. If you need some stockings to be borrowed to you.
СМИ ограничены, действия ограничены.
No, it doesn't.
Все должно происходить, мне кажется, сверху. Вот, от нас в целом ничего не зависит.
Я думаю, что протесты и митинги в первую очередь, как сказать, они имеют смысл в том отношении, что позволяют почувствовать общность людей между собой. Вряд ли они действительно способны как-то кардинально поменять ситуацию, там, свергнуть власть или там что-то поменять, что, опять же, верхушка задумается, а зачем же мы развернули эту войну и свернут ее, да? Но это позволяет людям почувствовать общность.
You will wear some stockings? Okay, deal. When the victory happens, we post selfies in stockings.
И позволяет уже дальше какую-то деятельность разворачивать, зная, что есть тыл, есть поддержка.
No. There is. I put 100 euros on the fact that this woman is a Navalny supporter. 100 fucking euros on the idea this woman is a Navalny supporter. That is something a Navalny fan would say. Oh, we're not trying to change anything with these protests in the first place because it's very, very unlikely we will change anything. We're just trying to create unity among the people. So the opposition knows that there's some unity and they do have supporters. That is letting off the steam. That is letting off the steam. That is the perfect explanation of what letting off the steam is when it comes to protest. It's like just go walk around for the sake of walking around a little bit. Just let's go out, do this protest, and then let's not try to demand any real changes and have any real goals that we want to accomplish. Let's just get out and hang out for a little bit and then go home. But we all feel like we did something because we went out. It's letting off the steam. Fucking perfect. Navalny fan. Absolutely Navalny fucking fan. She celebrates Navalny's birthday. I tell you this right now.
Изменить, что-то ускорить, но если ты владеешь собственной армией. Как такому обычному обывателю, у нас в полицейском государстве, это не секрет, там, если не ошибаюсь, на почти каждого 10-го приходится по 2-3 полицейских в нашей стране, поэтому на митинге, который устраивала команда Навального и остальные ребята, у нас самый массовый митинг был в 12-м, если не ошибаюсь, году на Болотной.
He's talking about the biggest protest in Russia, by the way.
100 тысяч человек, около того, все остальные митинги собрали много меньше. По факту это капля в море при нашей 140-миллионной стране, наверное, чуть меньше, может быть около того, при локации, которая была в прошлом году, скорее всего, будет.
Nah, bullshit. The reason why the 2012 protest failed is because they did the thing that the woman is doing, you know? It was like, let's go out in the street, let's go chill, then let's go home. They had no other clear policies, they had no other plans. They didn't want to stay out and to protest for longer. They just kind of organized themselves to come out and then to go home. You can look at the rate of arrest. Not even many people were arrested in it. Not many people were arrested in the previous protest. This is a protest that Nemtsov specifically was organizing. There weren't that many people there in the first place, but also there weren't many people arrested. Those who were arrested mostly were let go immediately after. Like nothing too dramatic was happening over this. When he's like, oh yeah, the protests were dispersed by the police. It's the police fucking walked in and asked people to go home and they went home. You know, compare this to like the videos we've seen from Georgian protests. Come on, my man. Just, they're all so filled with excuses. It's very expected. It's just, I don't know. Oh, Wagner is marching to Moscow. Oh.
Знаете, была революция, да? Ленин для того, чтобы поднять революцию, сначала нашел денег на все это хозяйство. У вас деньги на революцию есть? У меня денег нет на революцию. Положить свои единственные деньги, свою недвижимость, имущество, я не готова во имя
кого-то чьей-то
революции. По сути, по большому счету, вот так вот суммарно, меня все устраивает, потому что как бы где творится кавардак, там легче делать свои дела. Все.
Конституция защищает наши слова и наши права, и обязанности, но по факту, если смотреть любое слово, даже в живописи оно будет выражаться, либо на футболке человека, который будет стоять в каком-то ненужном месте, то он лишается как будто этого права. Но это то, что я вижу в СМИ, но я не участник этого, поэтому насколько это...
How are you not an active participant?
Чего так? То есть в Европе, в Америке, насколько мне известно, люди могут свободно выходить, там, высказывать свое мнение, высказывать, что им не нравится, почему у нас не так же.
У меня только единственная мысль по этому поводу в голове, что русский человек очень много чего может вытерпеть. Ну, мы терпели очень много на протяжении, даже мое поколение, там, 80-х годов, оно, в общем-то, много чего уже успело вытерпеть. Поэтому я думаю, что мы терпим, и еще потерпим.
Во-первых, люди в России очень напуганы,
Fair.
потому что, как мы видели на примере протестов, там, поддержка Навального и против и многих других, да, людей конкретно, можно нецензурно выражаться или не стоит, людей конкретно пиздят, вот, задерживают, пиздят, и ничего хорошего из этого по итогу не получается, вот. Люди напуганы, люди не знают, что делать, люди не чувствуют своей силы, не чувствуют ни личной собственной силы, ни силы своей как народа, хотя народ у нас большой, да, и если бы все немножечко сплотились, это, ну, могло бы сильно, мне кажется, поменять картину. Вот, а есть какая-то такая овощная тенденция в России, вот. Как с ней бороться тоже не знаю, потому что, ну, лично я, вот при всем том, что я против войны и против других нехороших вещей, которые в мире происходят, я тоже боюсь выходить на протесты. Вот. Страх, в первую очередь, страх людей сковывает.
See, it's like, bro, and then you remember all of these other videos that we've seen, and all of the other protests that have happened, and bro, it's it's insulting to even compare it to what Ukrainians went through during Maidan, but holy shit. With what countries Russia has a border? With any they want, and with whom they want to border, with nobody. Ooh. Immigrants? Hey! Wagnerites have apparently been released though, so I've seen people alleging. I've seen two different claims. That's why I asked about Wagner, by the way. I've seen two different claims. I've seen one person saying that Wagner has a new leader, but then I've seen another person saying that Wagner is gone. There is no more Wagner, that they got rid of it. So I don't really know which one it is. But if Wagner is gone, good luck, Russians. We already got news about another one of them recently kidnapping a child in Russia. So, yeah. Good luck, what do I tell you? Good luck. Maybe they finally wake up once, you know, they have to be scared of getting out of their house because a Wagner person may be waiting for them outside. I don't know. Can you see this? This one? That's the one. Ah, fuck, I saw that. Such a shame about Yevgeny Prigozhin's plane crash. That's tomorrow. Man, you know what sucks about the plane crash though? When you think about it, you know what absolutely fucking sucks? It's like, okay, Putin wanted to kill Wagner leadership, right? So he targets Prigozhin. Okay, Utkin is there. Okay, some other dudes are there. Someone mentions like the third one as being also really, really important. They're all gone now, so who the fuck cares about them? But okay, you want to target Wagner leadership at the same time, especially because it minimizes any chance that other Wagnerites are going to come all the way to Moscow. Okay. But like the fact that we all just kind of accepted that along with killing Wagnerites, Putin has also just killed crew members. And it's just like collateral damage. And it's, I don't know, kind of overlooked. It's a weird thing when you think about that, you know? It's a weird fucking thing when you think about it from like the outside perspective, right? I know no one's really shocked. But I don't know, I got to the same type of a feel when I was reading about Russian journalists being murdered. And it's like, it's so weird that we just know about this. Like, we just know it's going on, and that's it. We know they had investigative journalists who were murdered after trying to do investigative journalism a bit too close. And it's just, they just kill them off, and that's that. They just poison people in other countries, and that's that. And we just, I don't know. It's fucking weird. Crew members? I don't know. As far as I've seen, we don't know the identities of crew members. I know for one of them, it was said, I think it was the stewardess. It was said that she worked on a short notice. So that she wasn't assigned to specific flights, but that she would basically be called to work on a short notice on different flights. I think morally they could have been shit. I think morally definitely, but like still, I don't believe they were members of Wagner, you know? It's like still these were, you know, civilians. Even if they were mentally shit people. Kind of weird you can just kill civilians, you know? Oh no, they had to know. They had to know. They absolutely had to know who they were flying with, absolutely. Morally, definitely there's questions to ask, you know? But like, they weren't Wagner, you know? They weren't Wagner people. They weren't actually fighting out there. They weren't combatants. So the fact that we are just kind of, I don't know, glossing over the fact that civilians were killed? You know, these weren't war criminals. These weren't like, it's not like the people driving the plane were criminals gotten out of prison to serve in Wagner. It's not that. These were like actual civilians. Kinda weird. Kinda weird. Oh no, I understand if you're coming from like the moral perspective. I understand coming from the moral perspective. I'm not coming at this from the perspective of oh, Putin's sad because he killed crew of the plane. Does that make sense? It's not someone shooting though, it's the government killing them. You know, that's kind of the point. That's kind of the point. What we are currently looking at is normalization in Russia of the government killing non-combatants. The government killing civilians. That's the problem. I'm not coming from the perspective of crying over anyone. I'm coming from the perspective of it's real fucking weird that the government can decide to go and kill civilians. Yeah, I think it would be horrible to normalize something like that. Absolutely. Like, it's different if you killed members of a paramilitary organization. No, again, I'm not coming from the perspective... I don't think you're understanding my perspective. I'm not coming from the perspective of whether you should be feeling sad for these people. It's the fact that he killed civilians. It's not about whether you should feel sad about the civilians in question. It's about the fact that they allowed him to kill civilians. And not even to kill civilians in a way that you would see him doing the apartment bombings, for example. So he bombs the apartments, right? A bunch of people die. One of them was the mother of like one of Russian oppositionist figures, right? Bombs the apartments, bunch of people die, right? But all the time it's kind of hidden that Putin killed civilians. Whenever he kills someone, he kills people who are actively there. He kills people who are actively speaking out against him. He kills people who are actively researching him, right? He kills people who are actively doing something that pisses him off. Because after all, he's just a mafia leader, nothing more. In this situation though, he kills civilians, and we know he killed civilians. That is a fucked up thing. It's not even hidden. It's not even hidden. It's like very fucking obvious. He just killed civilians. Very weird that they're just okay with that. Very fucking weird that they're just... I don't know. It's different when the outsiders are just looking at it as, you know, side casualties. Because to the outsiders, it's like, oh yeah, we're glad Prigozhin is gone. We're glad his little band of Nazis is gone. If some people had to share the plane with them, okay, no one really cares. But I think for like Russians themselves, it's kind of weird. I don't know, it's kind of fucking weird to know that he just did something like this. He just killed people who were not directly involved, right? And you're just chilling about it. I don't know. Putin did no such thing. Wait, what is the no such thing? I don't know what that was a response to. I'm not sure what that was a response to. But also the white hair bitch with Serbian flag, you're thinking of Rita? Rita was chill. Rita was chill. When the forest is being cut, the splints are all over the place. No one in Russia cares about ordinary humans. Yeah, that's so weird. It's so fucking weird when you look at it from the outside. It's so fucking weird. Like, not caring about military is one thing, right? I can sorta understand not giving a shit about military people, you know? I guess you tell to yourself that like, oh yeah, some people just, you know, they go into military and some of them are going to die, so you expect it, I guess? So it doesn't strike you as much? So I see why they wouldn't care too much about the military, right? And also, like, you expect compensation, right? You send your men to die in a war because you want to get some, I don't know, keys to a new Lada or whatever. I understand that. But, like, fucking civilians? I don't know. Fucking civilians have been killed and you're just, like, existing in a country led by a man who ordered them to be murdered, and you're GG with it. It's such a weird little thing. Boom shakalaka in Moscow. Oh, he did do the apartment bombings. I'm like 100% certain of that. Considering the fact that he also did kill a journalist who was investigating the Beslan school shooting, I believe he also did that one. I am absolutely and fully certain in the fact that he did those. The story is way too fucking suspicious, so I'm absolutely believing it was him who did it. I don't think Chechens would have a reason to do something like that. Those civilians might be doing war crimes in Ukraine. Okay, yeah, fair, actually, fair. Fair point, fair point, fair point. You never know who of them would have volunteered. That's proper, that's proper. I can see that. Medvedev. Can't make an omelette without breaking
Как
eggs.
относитесь к Польше? Что это для вас за страна такая?
Больше я отношусь скорее негативно, чем нейтрально, потому что
Cry, you Poles. Popo from, I think he's a piece of shit. I think it was a disgusting speech. I don't know if you followed the conversation about the speech throughout the entirety of the weekend. The first time I saw the speech being mentioned, I saw people being like, maybe he didn't actually say it. And then they were posting the video of the speech in which he doesn't say that, right? But interestingly, the speech cuts out. So like he's having his little speechy thing where he's calling for like peace and bullshit, you know, the usual Catholic drama. And then the speech cuts out. And everyone was like, why did the speech cut out? And it took until today, I think, until someone managed to find the rest of the video properly translated. And yeah, he did actually encourage Russian youth to keep the memory of the Russian Empire well and alive. He did actually do it. I thought it was disgusting. I thought the entire speech was shit. I don't think it was too unexpected out of him because he was very weird before. He did collect an interesting group of people around him. When I say interesting, I mean full of shit. So him saying that, you know, Russian imperialism is actually good, I'm not too surprised. He did say the youth, what did he tell to them? That like they should be, they should never give up the legacy of their tsars? Just weird, very, very, very weird. Russian propaganda, 1420? I don't know. I've seen people call him Russian propaganda. I've seen people call him Ukrainian propaganda. I think it's interesting to sometimes look at what people are saying, and that's about it. Oh, it's about... Oh, nice. When they get rid of someone in charge and regular folk is being fucked as collateral. So it's like a normal thing? Pope is thinking that he very much likes Russians fucking him in the ass. That's the only thing that Pope was ever thinking during the entirety of the process. He has been like this since the start of the war. At one point he said that NATO has been barking at the doors of Russia. At one point he had a Ukrainian child and a Russian child on stage together to promote peace between the two nations. He then did the same thing with like Ukrainian woman and a Russian woman also. Look at these two women sharing the stage. Oh, so beautiful. Why can't we be like this on the world too? And now he goes to Russians and he's like, oh yeah, guys, your tsars, the people who went and colonized a bunch of lands and butchered a bunch of people, you should probably keep their memory alive, and you should probably live the way they would be proud to see you live. Like, Pope, what are you doing? Just imagine if for any other empire, just imagine if for any other fucking empire we would have said this. But you know, for Russia it's okay because they have the mysterious soul, so mysterious soul is okay to be pushed into the spotlight or whatever the fuck. Too stupid to do any smart decisions as a whole nation, so they will continue running towards the downward spiral. Hacky. Reminds me of this joke I've seen online about Prigozhin. Someone asked why did Prigozhin even fly the plane into Russia? Like, why was he on the plane? Didn't he know that he is going to be killed? Surely he knew that he was in danger, right? So why fly into Russia in the first place? And the answer was, oh, it's because he thought Wagner is going to avenge him. He believed that if he gets crushed down, Wagner is going to avenge him because Wagner loves him as a father figure. But unfortunately, he completely forgot the fact that Wagner is made out of Russians. And Russians are fucking useless. Having Wagnerites right now? Oh, Wagnerites protecting Vatican? Vatican, you mean?
Контекст, да, этой русофобии, то есть...
Oh, he understands it, base.
Наследие очень тяжелое, да, у Польши, и она всегда была жертвой противостояний России и Западной Европы. Вот, но мне кажется, что в последнее время эта русофобия искусственно подогревается и является...
It's been artificially fueled by Putin starting a new genocide. Neckbeard.
Большая часть в связи вот с этой ситуацией все в мире сейчас. Поэтому такие к ней отношения, да, не особо хорошие и приятные.
Я отношусь к Польше на 12,5% от своего генетического фонда. Абсолютно нейтрально.
Чувствуете внутри себя какую-то бурлящую русофобию?
Нет.
His Polish side is too weak.
Чем она могла быть связана?
Give it a month or two.
Мое мнение такое, что Польша выбрала...
Mercenary groups could get cocked. Ask Grisha about it. Hey Grisha, how does it feel like to be a fucking cook? How long until Grisha starts buying Putin merch? What do you think? I'm giving him 2 weeks. 2 weeks until Grisha forgets who Prigozhin was and starts deriding Putin instead.
Того, что они находятся в стратегическом партнерстве с Америкой, в альянсе и рассчитывают на такие преференции, на которые другие страны рассчитывать не могут.
Я там был в 2018 году, в принципе, хорошо, даже был случай, заходили в пив-бар, проходили потом на следующий день мимо этого пив-бара, нам специально вынесли бесплатный бокал пива, было очень весело.
Fun fact, they actually gave him a glass of just piss. He didn't know because he's Russian.
Польша, как и все государства, находится в Европе, а Европа это такая...
Poland, like all governments, is in Europe.
Вот, и я думаю, это интересная страна.
Он же нам по телевизору говорят, там враги в этой Европе. Гневает она.
Это лично политические вопросы, это лично политическое мнение, так что здесь не стоит как-то разделять это. Я думаю, все страны по-своему хороши, и думаю, Польша в том числе хорошая страна.
Я на текущий момент могу сказать, что в Польшу буквально не так давно переехала у меня моя сестренка. Она рассказывает, что ей все нравится. Поэтому больше мне не на что будет опереться. Поэтому вполне доброжелательно отношусь. Я хорошо отношусь к этой стране.
Ничего?
Потому что у меня польский корень.
Я ни разу не ездил в Польшу, но мне кажется, нет. Нет, я просто думаю, что все в принципе нормально. Возможно, есть какая-то русофобия, но это уже их личное дело. Я к ним отношусь неплохо. Нет, как говорится, нет плохих национальностей, есть плохие люди.
Ну вот я сегодня людей опрашиваю на эту тему, и мне говорят то, что такие вредные, они какие-то неприятные, постоянно хотят там России какие-то палки в колеса вставить. Нет такого у вас мнения?
Ну почему? Польша всегда русский народ ненавидела читать Тарасу Бульбу. Так ведь? Вот
This one.
опыт был в 90-е годы была в Польше. Это после, как бы, когда Советский Союз, можно сказать, развалился. И тоже была очень удивлена, что ж мы им плохого такого в жизни сделали.
Оскорбляли вас как-то?
Ну да, такое отношение какое-то пренебрежительное было.
Ну,
Вау-вау-вау.
как-то по нациям. Вот лично это мое мнение, потому что все люди разные, и здесь только если, как я сказал ранее, это политическая точка зрения. Вот. А так, я думаю, тут зависит все от людей, как они относятся к этому миру, какое у них мировоззрение. Вот. Так что, думаю, Польша это одна из таких стран интересных, которую стоит посетить.
You ain't visiting shit, bitch. We're banning your
Ну, вы сами
passports.
подумайте, что такое Польша и что такое Россия, да? Ну, конечно, как бы маленький сосед всегда будет как большой мужчина, маленький мужчина.
Я думаю, все-таки это, наверное, больше влияние.
There's a small neighbor and there's a big one.
Экономически, скажем, связано. Поэтому, ну, наверное, очень люди подвержены влиянию
True.
со стороны Америки, поэтому я больше на это упиваю.
Такая пропаганда у них идет, обвиняют Россию в агрессии.
Я думаю, да.
Потому что они давно зуб на нас точат, еще с древних
Russia did nothing.
Было еще, что там у них, посполитая какая-то там была. Вот, видимо, оттуда какой-то, ну, как все зуб точат, это же все войны, причины, это раздел территории. Вот, скорее всего, из-за этого.
Поэтому я очень именно человек, который имеет непосредственное отношение, допустим, и связан с рабочей деятельностью с Америкой. Для меня сейчас текущая ситуация это очень проблематично, так как я работаю в авиации. Для меня это очень прям болезненная тема, что очень большие санкционные моменты на нас отражаются, и эти все издержки очень больно ударяют не только по россиянам
Based.
и по России в частности, но и по странам, которые ее поддерживают.
She's giving me more hope in sanctions. Thank you.
Смотрят ли люди телевизор или нет, и вообще как они относятся к окружающим все.
А сами вот встречались с какой-то русофобией по отношению к себе от поляков?
Ну, вживую еще нет, а где-то в интернете, на просторах интернета, да, не раз.
Ну, что вам писали?
Всякие оскорбления, там, про семью, не про семью. Ну, тоже как бы интернет-герои, что с них взять.
Вы, наверное, слышали о новости недавней, то что Польша хочет поучаствовать в программе НАТО и разместить ядерное оружие у себя на территории. Вот по поводу этого что думаете?
Если честно, я не слышал, поэтому мне тяжело комментировать. Насколько мне известно, вот эти системы ПРО, они в той или иной степени в Европе существуют, и в Румынии, и в Польше, и в Германии, и о том, что они из себя представляют, я не знаю, если там ядерное содержимое или нет. Вот.
Your mom's nuclear, you dumbass.
Польши, ну, наверное, это некий такой ответ на размещение ядерного оружия в Белоруссии.
Ну вот видите, в ответ, понимаете, агрессия порождает только агрессию. Не размещайте ничего, не нападайте на другие страны, и не будет на вас никто нападать. То есть, это мое такое мнение. Поэтому я не могу ничего сказать, что они плохие, потому что они что-то размещают. Они опасаются за себя.
As they control the nukes. It's a fun fact. They actually
Наоборот,
do.
от нас есть опасность до них, нежели от них для нас.
Мое мнение, что да.
They probably have more ability to control the fucking nukes than they have
Да поэтому и расширяют.
of doing anything useful for their country.
Пусть размещают, а что делать? А что мы можем на это повлиять?
Не можем.
Мы не можем. Мы размещаем свое оружие у своей границы. Они члены НАТО.
Нагнетание обстановки.
Bro, it's 31 degree outside. Disgusting.
Возможно, как и говорили, будет там деление части Украины, часть отойдет.
No, it's not possible, you idiot.
Ну, будет в России. Вот. И замораживание конфликта, как я думаю.
Zero
Не
brain
исключайте такой
power.
вариант, то, что Польша заберет часть Украины себе.
I am excluding the possibility, you fucking idiot. Solo of your viewer.
Не факт, что этот запрос одобрят. НАТО — это коллективная организация, и там важно мнение каждого члена. То есть где как бы доказать того, что уже ядерное оружие едет в Польшу?
мое мнение
Fair.
таково, что никто не будет нападать на ту страну, у которой есть тоже ядерное оружие. Ну, ничем это не кончится.
Einstein.
Как говорил Эйнштейн, после Третьей мировой войны люди будут воевать только палками и камнями.
Sticks and stones, it's like brick members.
Потому что ядерная война это будет уничтожение обеих коалиций, скажем так. Победителей не будет.
Einstein predicted bricks taking over the world. Just forgot I'm ridiculous. With some forward thinking. The man's already counting down. After World War fucking III. Ain't all relies on the idea that nukes are gonna be used, and there's only one. I actually saved Arthur somewhere. One of my links is Arthur. It's this one, and it's on Cardboard Kamikaze drones. We actually do have to watch this one. It's on. I don't know if you read the news, but the Cardboard Kamikaze drones have had the huge success recently. So hey. I'm hyped about them being used. I don't know if you remember, we read about them for a while. It's like Australian cardboard drones. It's just fucking cardboard. They can't carry too much. See, it's like this. They can't carry too much of explosives, but they can carry something. So they're very cheap to make, and you just like send them out, and that's it. Goddamn amazing things. I haven't seen the video yet, so I don't know how much he talks about them, but yeah, 3 to 5, right? 3 to 5. That's not too much, is it? Oh, why Russia is not collapsing? We could save this one. But bro, goddamn amazing.
For you that all of the sources I mentioned in this video are in the description below, so go and do your own research before making up your mind.
No, I will not, Arthur. I will listen to you.
Miraculous interception of Ukrainian
Sophisticated paper plane. Yeah, basically, yeah.
For that, we'll zoom into the Russian city of Kursk. It's a big city right north from Ukraine, and there's an airfield right here.
They're almost invisible to the radar. Holy shit.
Many juicy targets here. Many planes, many choppers, and before the war, Russia even held their nuclear bombers in this airfield. Our area of interest is the northern part of the airfield, this one right here. And
look
all
at
these
it.
Planes, you would think they're not present anymore because the war is going on, but you would be wrong. They were present. Ukrainian counterintelligence attacked this airfield with at least 16 drones, and among the target list were 4 Su-30s, 1 MiG-29, S-300 radar complex, and 2 Pantsir S air defense systems. Already an extremely juicy package. If this was a steak, it would be a juicy, moist, medium rare deliciousness.
Explode
Russian
all.
Ministry of Defense themselves claim that they only shot down 3 of the drones, and the locals report at least 13 explosions. So we can say 13 drones out of 16 connected to their targets. Or perhaps Russians were again using their futuristic new air defense systems, which includes intercepting Ukrainian drones with their planes. Yes, it's genius. You have 4 Su-30s on the ground. You have Ukrainian drones coming. You don't want to maintain these Su-30s because it's quite tedious and takes a lot of resources, and you need to build out your villa. So you take these Su-30s on the ground, we can see them right here, and you intercept Ukrainian drones with these very same planes. The Ukrainians don't know what hit them. They're using their drones left and right, and I don't have to maintain my plane. It's a genius Russian way of doing things. We haven't gotten to the very juiciest part yet. You know, with the steak, there's this a little bit of a fatty part, and then there's the crust. We're getting to the crust. This here is
What is the
perfect.
crust?
The steak analogies, I don't know. Russian officials on the ground in Kursk report that this was the very first time Ukraine used, listen to this, cardboard drones to attack them. These were cardboard kamikaze drones made by the Australian company.
Thank you, Australia. You are my best friend. You are the peacekeeper. You are diligent.
Cardboard to make the drones incredibly light and mass producible. These drones can lift from 3 to 5 kilograms, which is not much. The warhead of 5 kilograms is not the biggest one, but it's definitely enough to damage.
Wait, but they are harder to
military
see than
planes if
metal
you hit
ones,
them
right?
Straight on. These cardboard kamikaze drones can fly up to 3 hours and the distance is 40 to 120 kilometers. This makes this satellite image even more juicy because the Russian genius air defense strategy involves using their Su-30s to intercept and destroy
Lockheed
Ukrainian
Martin hates the
cardboard
simple
drones.
trick.
A genius
Just do
strategy.
some origami.
It's so advanced, no country in the world has even thought about it yet.
Prigozhin asks you, how did you die?
These
Cardboard
60
drone.
Ukrainian drones are destroyed now. My friends, today I want to tell you about ground news. This comes in the light of this
How dare you.
mysterious death of Yevgeny Prigozhin and Dmitry Utkin on their Wagner jet. Immediately when this happened, I knew there is going to be different narratives, different agendas behind publishing, behind the title. So
Thank you,
look
Arthur.
at ground news, the news comparison.
I kinda wanna get
sites to
ground
see how
news just
this
to give some
news
cash
covered,
money to
who
Arthur.
pushes which narrative. The perfect example about this is jet crash in Russia kills 10, officials say. Wagner chief was on the passenger list. Now let's see the news articles that cover this story and where are they leaning, left
Let's
or
see.
right. As we can see, right-leaning articles say Wagner chief Prigozhin or just Wagner leader Prigozhin. Now we go to leaning left and immediately there's mercenary group leader who revolted against Vladimir Putin. This one word can add so much to the title.
Wait,
And if
which
I
one
keep
was
scrolling down
which one was calling him dissident? Have you seen that? A Russian dissident killed by Putin? Fuck, I don't know who it was, but it was like a huge news site. It's the size that makes it harder to see in radars. Oh, because they're tiny. Because they're tiny.
Plenty of articles, and I can find the center ones to read for myself to get my information when I make the updates. Here on the right we can see the bias distribution and see 42% of the sources are near center, which is where you want them to be. Of course, one
Okay.
of the most important things is factuality. 32% mixed factuality and 66% high factuality. Anything other than high factuality, I'm not even opening. At the time
Okay,
and
fine.
location, you can of course see when the boom
No,
actually
but wait,
happened.
isn't
3
this
days
basically
ago,
the
3
same
days ago,
thing?
Kaboom! Here it happened, and you can see every news outlet is going crazy.
Wait,
This
why
is
isn't
a
he
click
showing?
magnet. Everybody wants to
Isn't
push
this like
story.
using
This very
reliability?
specific jet crash topic was last updated one
It's just
day
that it's
ago,
all here,
and it
right?
has a total of 501 news sources covering this specific story, which is an insanely high number. A great place where I can get a lot of information from my videos is news about Ukraine war. I mean, this has everything and it's very easy to confirm.
Heineken!
If I clicked on this news, I
Heineken!
found out Putin actually
Heineken!
complimented
Heineken!
Prigozhin for being an excellent
Heineken!
businessman and a
Heineken!
good
Heineken!
friend. To compare
Heineken!
coverage on this story and more, make sure you'll never miss an update. Go to
Pro.
ground.news/Arthur. Subscribe through my link in the description below so they know I sent you.
Why is
You get
premium?
unlimited access for just $5 a month. Thank you to Ground.
$5 a month. Why is Vantage? Why is like Vantage 583 and then premium is 249 and then pro is 083? Also like pro is the lowest one? But oh, it's called pro. I was like, this is the best one. It's called pro. It has to be the best one, right? But then it's like the cheapest one. What does Vantage even mean? What does it even mean?
Ground News for sponsoring today's video.
They can
We
crank
haven't
up the
gotten
gain in
videos
the
like
radars
this
and they
for a
would show
long
up, but they
time.
want to know
This
if these
is
are
a
birds or
Russian
just random
BMP-2
objects in the sky.
captured by the Ukrainian
Oh.
troops. This happened a lot in fall
That's
of
cool, that's cool.
2022. If I mean a lot, I mean that Ukraine got an entire new army group filled with armored vehicles only from capturing Izium. They went into Izium and they came out with 400 additional vehicles. Unfortunately, these fun times are over, and every now and then we get a video like that of Ukrainians capturing a broken down Russian BMP-2. What the Ukrainians don't know is that this is another Russian genius strategy. See, this BMP-2 is garbage, as they are. They're old, they need to be maintained a lot. Half of the time they don't work properly. So the Russians don't want to maintain it, and it's a hindrance on the battlefield for them. They just want to drink and smoke in peace. So they leave this BMP-2 for the Ukrainians to take. But what the Ukrainians don't know is that they will now have to maintain this vehicle. Oh, it's a silent killer. maintain it day and night, and it still breaks down because it's made in Russia. It's genius.
I
Russians
actually-
get rid of the headache, and Ukrainians need to now maintain their
Actually,
new
kind of
vehicle.
proper
What
theory.
a weapon. Now, my friends, we're gonna go through a thorough analysis of the Tokmak axis, where the tempo of the battle has changed. Ukrainians have deployed their 82nd Airborne Brigade there, which
Shit.
is said to be the best Ukrainian brigade, best equipped. And they also have the 47th Brigade pushing from Robotyne. What has changed? What's different? And a lot is. And what is the outcome of this axis? Because you could say this is the weakest Russian defensive point right now. Both sides know it and are focusing in the area. Let's see what's up. As I see this red line here, this is the Robotyne settlement right on the southern side of this blue line.
Okay.
As you can see, this red line is anti-tank ditches and obstacles. This is the very first area in the entire front where Ukrainians have reached the main Russian defensive line. Anti-tank ditch and Dragon's Teeth. Behind it is infantry fighting positions, which are mostly trenches, and we'll go through them later. As you can see, Ukrainians have not yet penetrated through it. They have not pushed through it yet. Let's see how quick they do it. You can see from this photo that these anti-tank ditches and infantry fighting positions, which are right next to each other, we're talking trenches and Dragon's Teeth, right next to each other, it
That makes
goes
sense.
throughout the entire southern front.
That's
mostly,
all you
and
watch
it's
a
2
video on,
layers
right?
deep,
Trenches
as you
are
can see.
supposed to
In
be
some
close.
areas, 3 layers
So
deep.
while they're fucking
Ukraine
with
had
the
reached
Dragon
first
Teeth, you can
layer,
shoot at
first
them.
defensive line right here, and the local commanders
Otherwise,
said
it's
that
really
this
easy to
defensive
just
line
pass over
actually
them.
is a lot weaker than people think, or that military commanders have anticipated. The toughest area was around Robotyne, the most heavily mined area. I'll also show you on this map, because you can see the names of the settlement. This is Robotyne, this is Verbove, Nova Prokopivka, and this is the first defensive line. Ukrainians are right next to it, not pushing through it yet. Now you see Robotyne, and immediately south from it, Ukrainians have not pushed past significantly from the urbanized area, because you see these white lines right here. Well, here they are. This is one of the better equipped Russian defensive lines, part of their first trench line defending the southern front. We have well dug out trenches. These are not poorly made. These are extremely well made, connected with communication trenches and possibly even drainage. Communication trenches go to the tree lines. There are dugouts for vehicles, which can be converted to artillery positions. There are living quarters on the ground, which are semi-safe from artillery bombardment. If you can see the entrances from these trenches and these steel elements right here are the roofs, you can tell that all of this field is filled with bunkers of sleeping areas for men. So this trench is manned. Robotyne is right where the red arrows are pointing, and this
Can't
is
you
immediately
cluster
south
this?
from Robotyne, and it's part of the main defensive line.
What
that
makes you not
goes
cluster this?
east like that, zigzagging across this tree line. And
There has to
Ukrainians
be
do
a
not
reason. I'm
want
just
to
not too
charge
good at
against
military
this steel
analysis.
wall.
I need to
Instead,
ask
there is
someone
a
smart.
weaker position, and we'll get to it. These are two outcome or two possible directions of attack Ukrainian forces could take. The blonde blue line on the left is the one we just analyzed, south from Robotyne, straight to Saladna Balka, which is
Million
defended
structures,
by
but there's a
the
lot
main
of.
defensive
He said
lines.
it's
Now,
manned,
this
right?
road leads
And they're well
straight to
equipped and
Tokmak,
everything.
as you can see, and
Wouldn't
it's one
it
of the more heavily defended roads in the area, and definitely very
help
heavily
to lessen
mined. If Ukraine chooses to take this axis, it will be a
their
Second
ability to
option
defend
is to
the
assault
structures
these
rather
defensive
well?
lines they have already reached near Verbove. It's a little
I
bit
think they'll just be
east
on the
north
ground and
from
nothing will
Verbove,
happen.
and this white line
Yeah,
right
likely.
here.
He did
But
say
as you
there's
can see,
bunkers, right?
After breaching this defensive line,
Mhm.
anti-tank ditches, there is also infantry fighting positions. And after that, it's empty ground until Ocheretuvate. And after that, it's empty ground until the Black Sea. Let's go back to the first.
What do you do with the
possible
bunkers?
offensive axis. Solotka
You just have
Balka
to
right here on the very difficult
enter them?
road to Tokmak. Solotka Balka.
Easier to
defended
go
by the
around
first
and
Russian
hit their supply
defensive
trucks?
line.
Ah,
It is
okay,
right
that, yeah.
here, and we can see the defensive
You starve
line.
them out?
Here are Dragon's Teeth. Almost the entire southern front is first covered with these Dragon's Teeth. Before that, there's an anti-tank ditch, which means even if you go very fast with your BMP, BND, BTR-4, you will not fly over this ditch. It will get stuck. So this will need to be filled out or use some kind of a bridging machine to make it able for armor to cross fast, because these areas here have a shot-in artillery positions from the Russian lines, meaning artillery is precise and immediate. Armor fire is what I want to say. Behind the anti-tank ditch and the Dragon's Teeth, immediately are infantry fighting positions and well dug out trenches, not straight lines. They have communication trenches going to the back. They have vehicle
Not straight
shelters, and
lines.
they have living quarters. This is a well-built and fortified defensive line, incredibly hard to breach. if it's manned. That's the very important part. Here we can see a
Of course
photo
it
right
is.
immediately after the village on the road to Tokmak, and we can see after the village there's also trench lines. So it's many layers of trench lines on the road to Tokmak because it's one of the main Russian logistical centers of the southern front, meaning they are heavily defending it. This is the main
They wanna
road
move
to
troops
Tokmak,
from
and as you
southern
can see,
front line
most
to
of
the
the
east?
trench line
Oh.
have fire positions right onto
Huh.
the road. It
Why?
would be impossible to force this road with armor. It's possibly mined also. Assaulting these trench lines straight over the fields, I can already see these heavy losses. But now, my friends, let's look at the satellite photos from this trench line west from Verbove, the second Ukrainian possible attack assault direction, which is in a lot worse conditions for the Russians. Let's see why. We see anti-tank ditch, we see the Dragon's Teeth, alright, check. As you can see, there are no communication trenches. We don't see any living quarters. It's just one big
Oh.
zigzag line and that is it. We have some dug-in vehicle positions. Overall, a lot more lightly prepared
Oh.
position. There are also forest belts right here. You can fight throughout these forest belts for cover. I mean,
Oh yeah, I've
trees
seen
offer
someone
some cover
warned
until
that Russians
artillery
have
takes them
collected
out.
a bunch
But
of
if you
army,
push
right?
through this
That they wanna push.
zigzag trench line right here, there's nothing behind it.
They having
except for more
successes?
fields and forest belts. No additional trenches in the deep. I mean, even manning these trench lines, soldiers would have to run from their accommodation bunkers from far away. There's no sleeping areas here. If we look at the topographic map, we can see that all of the areas that Ukrainian forces are facing south of Robotyne are on a heightened ground. I mean, Russians are not stupid. They have built their trenches on a heightened ground, but these are not extreme elevations. These are just small bumps on the fields, and of course they're picked for defensive positions, but it doesn't make much of a difference. Now this is the hybrid option that Ukraine could take. Not from the Verbove area, not from Novoprakakivka, but in between those two, force the Russian defensive line and then spread the bridgehead, widen the bridgehead, push as much infantry and armor through that small gap, and then strike to the south. And as you can see, empty ground, infantry defense lines, and empty ground. If Ukraine breaches this first Russian defensive line fast enough, not allowing Russians to build additional defenses in the depth, pushing
Funny
forward
joke,
fast,
Russians
widening
can't,
the
right?
bridgehead within days, the advancements will be incredibly fast because there's nothing in this area except for fields, no trenches, no defensive positions. Now Russians know that this is
Lukashenko
their
writing it
weakest area
down
and they
to
have
present it
already
to Putin,
reacted. We can see
to get the post of a
108th
general.
Airborne Assault Regiment here. We can see 56th Air Assault Regiment. These are the Designnik forces, or one of the best elite forces Russia still has. They have been deployed into this southern front from the Kupiansk. See, about
I mean,
a
I
month
guess
ago, Russia launched this huge offensive from the
sometimes
Kupiansk
they have smart
direction,
tactics
this
and you're
has
like,
bogged it down.
no Russian is
Ukrainians
smart
have
enough to do
managed
this.
Stop all of the advancements.
They had
Russians
to
have
steal
taken
it
heavy
from some
losses. And since there is a serious
YouTube
threat of Ukrainian
videos.
breakthrough through this weakened Russian defensive line, they have deployed their best reserves into the area and they're arriving right these days. So the window of opportunity for Ukrainians is not
Lukashenko
weeks,
off Peggy
it's
because of a
days in this
misunderstanding.
area.
Oh
So it's
shit.
going to be interesting in the next coming days. Now, my friends,
Putin
another
was
news
like,
from
Lukashenko,
St. Petersburg.
you take care of this
is
man.
Al Jazeera
And Luka was
reporter
like,
Rania
okay, I will
Djibouti
take care of
reporting
him.
in Arabic from the memorial of Wagner in St. Petersburg. There is a Russian man standing in front of her, confronting her for not speaking
Oh
Russian.
shit, I saw this.
Later, we found out that this reporter was sent to
Day later,
hospital with a
Lukashenko is like,
concussion. This
Putin,
man
I have
beat
taken care of
a woman,
Lukashenko.
beat a woman up for not speaking
Of
Russian. Russia as a
Prigozhin.
society is
And
becoming
Putin
more
is like,
close
okay,
and
great.
close
I am glad to
and more
know
paranoid.
he is
And what does a
comfortable in
society
his
which
little
is
bunker
suffering
with
and
his
burning
Wagner friends.
and hurting
And Lukashenko is like,
paranoid,
oh,
what do they do usually?
wait.
If we look at history, what do they do? Well, first of all, they start blaming the outsiders.
There was nothing of that a year ago, but Ukraine
which
didn't have
usually
weapons.
is
Yeah,
the
that's true. It's our fault
Russia
for not
is
supplying them fast enough. If
Russia
we
has
supplied them a
very
year ago,
strong
this could have been done.
nationalistic agenda. The propaganda is very
boy
nationalistic.
Grisha.
And of
Oh shit,
course
yeah,
it takes
Grisha.
the form of beating up the immigrants.
That's
forcing them
true,
to speak
Grisha, Grisha,
Russian.
Grisha.
And also, in this video, actually, Russian immigrants who have gotten citizenship. These
Grisha be
immigrants
like,
are
okay guys,
from
here is
Middle
where you
East,
set
they
up
have
the
gotten
military and
Russian
here is where you set up the
They are
respawn point.
handed out invites to come to the military enlistment offices, to be sent to the front, to be sent to the special military operation. These immigrants are forced as
Here's where they
cannon
get
fodder to the
mana,
fronts.
and it's
Russian
just like
government has given them
a booze
legal
camp.
right to be citizen
A
of
booze
Russia, to
trench.
work there, to gain wages. There have been promises of better life. in
Level 6
Russia.
general of
Come
Way4.
to
He's
Russia
probably like a
from the
higher
Middle East.
ranking
You will
general
see
than
how good
Lukashenko is
people live,
actually.
not in the West, but in Russia.
Do you think
And then
Lukashenko is
they're
a bit
forced to
jealous
go
of
to
Grisha?
France. I see this as persecution on ethnic minorities. Russia is already
He's like,
doing that
Putin,
in Russian minorities.
Putin,
like
you
the
told me I'm
Mari
gonna be a
people, or
general.
the Udmurti
And yet,
people,
Grisha
the
has more
Luhansk
medals than
people,
I do.
the Buryats, the Far Eastern people of Russia, the non-Russian people. The
Look how ugly
Asian,
he
the
looks,
ones who
Klein.
came from first. Now they're doing that to the
Oh,
immigrants.
colonel, that's what
This
he
is
was.
only
Yeah,
the
yeah,
beginning
colonel.
of what might evolve
Not a
into
general. I
something
keep on saying
very
general
ugly.
because I couldn't
We
remember
saw
the
what
last,
happened
the
in
other one.
30s in Germany.
Colonel.
Where a suffering state chose a scapegoat and they acted out on their anger. The same thing is now happening, starting to happen in Russia. My friends, now I want to thank the patrons, the people who keep this channel going and who
Huge
have
Russian
been
assault movement
supporting the
chance
channel
last
for
year.
some 4 years. But today,
And also
I'll
was
read
dealing with the
new
fact that their
response and
allies are
butcher their
pussies,
names.
which is something that
David
Ukraine is
Elkele,
dealing with right now too.
Hans-Günther Hermann. There couldn't be any more
I just think
German
last year they
names.
weren't so,
Richard Hickler, Villa Eck.
how do I say this,
Thank
aware
you to
of
these
how
patrons for supporting
cowardly
the
we
channel.
are.
And if you like the channel, you know what to do. My friends, check
Hardcore
out
Call
my
of Duty.
Instagram.
Oh,
Link is in the
you
description
mean
below. I share stories of what I'm doing in my life.
Warzone?
Also, some gun content coming
Warzone?
up in there very soon.
I hear it's a
Stay
hot
tuned
thing
for
in Russia right now.
Until my
Nicki
next
Minaj
video, my
has
friends.
joined
Stay
the
cool
game.
and bye-bye.
So bro, I saw a video. I think it was my boyfriend who showed me the video of Nicki joining Warzone. I was like, nice. Without game saves. Oh, hard point, hard point. You die in game, your family IRL gets a circus ticket. Every time you die in a game, they just get one shipped to their doorstep.
Эти дороги, дома, тротуары. Снова продуктов нам дали на шару. Весь бездуховный, преступно богатый. Ох, ненавидим мы Запад проклятый.
Oh, it's because of that old dude bitching about getting free healthcare, right? Wow! I did, I didn't expect it. Aww. Oh, this was actually cute. I kind of want to send it to everyone. I'm gonna send it to everyone. I'm gonna have this one forever. I saw the video. I saw the video. I was not happy. I saw the video. I saw another one with the elevator recently. I wasn't too happy about that one either. So it's our buildings. They make me appreciate my surroundings. We had a bunch of them in the city actually. Had to later fix them up because they were horribly cheaply built, and the state of them was just ridiculous. But we had a bunch of them. We had a bunch of them. We still have some of them standing. It's kind of hard to make them proper. But also, to be fair, they are kind of hey, we didn't watch the soup. They are kind of what's the word? Effective in housing as many people as possible, aren't they? So I guess that counts. I guess that's counting. We just roast Russia every stream. Usually I try to also talk about what's going on in Europe, especially now. Especially now, we're having voting for European Union Parliament next year, and I need to force people to vote smart on it. So I'm trying to follow what's going on in Europe because I really want to be focusing on how to vote smart in this situation. But also I really think it's important to keep the conversation on Ukraine going on. I am pissed off about the ideas of war fatigue. I think fatigue is what it's called. What happens to streams when the war ends? There's going to be other politics to follow. We do follow a bunch of other political situations. You know, before the war, we did follow a bunch of other political situations. I'm not too worried about that. Personally, how do I say this? My priority is to keep the focus on what's happening in Ukraine. That's my like absolute focus on this. I think it's really important to keep on following what's going on, to keep on donating, to keep on supporting, to keep on getting your politicians to support too. It's really important to focus on that. Anything else, you know, whatever happens with Europe happens. War weariness? Oh, I've heard it called war fatigue, and it's like, I don't know. I feel like we don't deserve to feel fatigue for like a war we are watching. You know what I mean? It's like you're only following the news about it. You're not like actually engaged. It's not your people actually dying in it. For most of you, okay? Not all of you. But for most of us, it's like it's not like we are directly impacted by this. It's not like you have to be scared of missiles flying over your head. You know what I mean? So it's like you exist in this very easy position where you can pressure your politicians easily. You can pressure your politicians very easily to go and help Ukraine. You can vote for politicians who support Ukraine also very fucking easily. It doesn't require nearly as much effort as, you know, we expect of Ukrainians right now. So the idea that we would kind of get bored of it and forget about it, I don't know. Weirds me out. It just fucking weirds me out. There will probably be a Balkan war for Vicky to report. Or we're just gonna go into normal politics, you know, like who's gonna vote for who, which political side is pro-abortion, anti-abortion, or whatever the fuck. You support no one? Wait, which country? But I do disagree that voting smart in Europe and US means not voting anymore. I think voting is really important. I think playing a part in your civil society is really important. Maybe more important now than it ever was. I just do think that lots of people are, I don't want to say lazy, because lazy sounds very negative, but I do think a lot of people just don't feel like it makes sense to bother with the whole political scene in the first place, which, you know, in my view of the world, it kind of brings you very close to Russians. That's how Russians got the shithole they are in. Do you want to have that sort of a shithole? Because that's how you get that sort of a shithole. You do nothing. You vote for no one. You just sit on your ass and let the other people make decisions for you. Because what you will find is that currently, what Europe is combating, and USA too, is a rise in populist rhetoric. What you will find is that populist rhetoric in most countries, including my own, populist rhetoric is based in the idea that there's the enemy to your people, and this new government that you're going to vote for is going to be the one that is going to fight this enemy, right? What you will find is that most of this enemy is another race, another culture, another group of people. What you will find is that people who do go out to vote are going to be those who are hateful of this group that they see as the enemy one, right? And what you will find then is that you will very soon find yourself in a fascist sort of a government. Because, you know, it's very similar, again, to what has happened in Russia. Started with Chechens, with the whole idea of, like, Muslim extremists, right? And then it got built up. Yeah, Trump also. Same exact thing. He made the enemy out of immigrants. So you had a bunch of people not going out to vote. Who did get out to vote? People who are deathly terrified of immigrants. They go out to vote because they see this dude as a hero who's going to save them from the immigrants. So they quickly run to vote for him. And then you have a dude in power who wants to get rid of immigrants and who treats them horribly. And then, you know, you spend this through a few more election cycles, and what you get is fucking Putin just hoarding the power and being horrible to every single fucking group. So, yeah, maybe do go to it. My political and social beliefs depend on who I'm talking to. That just means you have no spine. Hugo Warren dead and Serbian mocking didn't stop. They don't deserve for it to stop. huge take back of the country, and then it's Davido covering it with a map and his usual lack of emotion, like here it is yesterday and it is today. And Thompson just fucking partying and screaming with air horns. Oh shit, that reminds me of a video. I sent it to Discord, but I still need to show it to you. Of that dude dancing while watching Grisha cry. Gonna be all of us when this war fucking ends. Are they against illegal immigrants? In USA, the thing with USA people is that they are so far down this bullshit that they don't even know. Like, try to have a conversation, here's the video, with one of USA's anti-immigration people and you'll figure it out. Many of them don't even know the difference between an immigrant and a refugee. They have no fucking idea what they're talking to. This video. Come on, how cool is it? This is the best fucking video I've ever seen. Best fucking video I've ever seen, okay? Every single time he goes and has a stream on like a bunch of Ruskies getting blown up, he should do the same dance. Last king of Iran was overthrown. He outpopulated by better populace in 79. Holy shit. Wait, is there any chance of something changing? Or do you think no? Any chance of anything changing for the better at any time? Tommy K. I don't even know who Tommy K is. I just have found that his subreddit is very fucking cool. Well, oh, is this the one where he's laughing? Wait.
No, stop! I can't laugh anymore. Bro, stop! You're killing me. Actually, Jesus Christ, dude.
You're just showing it. You know that scene. You know that Nickelback scene. Look at his photograph. Bro, what's Grisha doing now, by the way? What's Grisha doing now? Is he still alive? Is he still around? I've seen some people saying that there's a lot of silence in Wagner circles. So I don't think they're having like a huge circle check of what's happening. Yeah, look at his photograph. That's goddamn ridiculous, little bitch boy.
It's a family show. It's not a. We're gonna talk about precautions, steel balls. It's not a family show for.
Oh, steel balls. He's streaming in full gear.
Oh, new tablecloth. Looks f***ing nice.
Becca!
Today I'm going to talk about mice.
Thank you, Becca.
No, not the rodent, but an acronym that originates from CIA recruitment strategy used in espionage. MICE explains the main motivators for covert and also overt action, and it stands for money, ideology, compromise, and
Grisha
ego.
also killed him because everybody
Whereas
knows. Doesn't Grisha
CIA
think it was
staff
Ukrainians?
Historian Randy Burkett has stated that MICE has outlived.
Because
its
Grisha said when he
usefulness in
found out that
counterintelligence.
Prigozhin got toasted,
It seems to
roasted,
still apply
blown
quite
into
well to
oblivion,
those who are recruited to spread
Grisha said that
online
Ukrainians are going
propaganda.
to see a lot more attacks against their
Naturally,
cities.
These motivators can also overlap.
So I guess he thinks
One
Ukrainians did it.
example from counter-espionage is the case of Earl Edwin
I guess he
Pitts,
thinks Ukrainians were
who
like,
had
hey,
been
hey,
an
hey,
FBI
hey,
agent
you know who we're
sold
gonna kill?
secrets to the Soviets and
Fucking
later to the
Prigo.
Russians. During
That
his
man who is
interrogation,
absolutely
he
worthless
said
to
that he
everyone
was
and
treated
everything right
badly
now.
while working for the FBI, but was also
The man who
motivated
tried
by
to
the
do a
stacks of
failed coup.
rubles the
We're gonna
Russians
kill that
offered.
one. We can shoot down any fucking plane in Russia. We're gonna shoot down the one with Prigozhin on it. As if there was any worth to that man's life at
A
all.
research project called Project Slammer
It's like
conducted during the
you.
late 80s
Now I need to
suggested
pause.
that
I'm
the
sorry,
subject-
Pekka. I'm sorry, Pekka. It feels too disrespectful to talk over you. You know what it reminds me of? You remember when Dugina got exploded? Remember that, the Dugina barbecue? And then when people were like, oh yeah, Dugina was definitely attacked by Ukrainians. Bro, you think if Ukrainians had a chance to go that deep into Russia, they would kill fucking Dugina? What was the point of Dugina's existence? Nothing. There was literally no point to her existing. She did nothing. She wasn't in any sort of a way important for how this war was going to end. With Dugina alive right now, nothing would be different because no one gave a shit about that woman until she was blown to pieces. Like the same thing with Prigozhin right now. There was no worth to him after he did the failed coup. There was nothing. There was no chance that Putin is going to give him any sort of like an important position or whatever the fuck. There was no chance he's going to do another coup. There was no chance he's going to do anything important. Why would the Ukrainians waste the time and effort and resources to go and kill fucking Prigozhin? Maybe before the coup, when he still was during his, attempt to take Bakhmut, maybe then. But like now, who the fuck would believe that Ukrainians would now kill Prigozhin? He was worthless right now. Wagner Telegram believes it's likely CIA did it. Yeah, CIA would kill fucking Wagner. Bro, if CIA could blow up someone that deep into Russia, they would blow up goddamn Putin himself. Remember, Putin never forgives betrayal and nobody banned or timed him out. That's because Grisha is switching to a different daddy to bend over for. It's going to take him like a few more days to be mourning over Prigozhin while playing his video games and live streaming. And then he's just going to switch to simping for Putin instead. They just make a poker face about Putin killing Prigozhin. I really believe that Ukrainians did it. Yeah, I've got no fucking idea. It's such a stupid thing too, though. Like, why do you even need to make up conspiracies? Putin already killed a bunch of other Russians. Why are we supposed to pretend like it's weird that he would kill Prigozhin? It's not like this is his first general to blow the fuck up.
But was also motivated by the stacks of rubles the Russians offered.
And although they
rubles.
told Pitts there was another $100,000 set aside for him in a bank account at
Oh,
Moscow,
apparently there was something about the graves being rebuilt.
A research project called
There was something about the
Project
graves
Slammer,
being rebuilt
conducted during the late
as
80s,
those
suggested that the
Coplerone
subjects who become
looking
spies often
graves.
see themselves as special, even unique. They also often feel deserving, living in unsatisfactory situations, and often feeling like they've run out of other options. They also feel like they're not a bad person. To conclude, they are completely
psychotic, catatonic, manic, and delusional.
Propagandists like spies
Lebika
think
could be
of
the
their
next
work
president of
as
Ukraine.
victimless crime. Many might feel
Wait,
that
really?
spreading disinformation doesn't hurt
I would
anybody.
fucking vote.
It's just
I can't
another
vote.
version of the story.
Give me
But
a
these
passport so I
actions
can
often
vote.
have consequences. They can, for example,
No way
affect
the
the
cemetery
support
stays.
and
Yeah, I'm
aid
also like,
Ukraine gets from the West. Now, let's talk briefly about the motivators of MICE. Let's start with the most obvious, which is of course
money.
If you take money out of the Russian propaganda machinery,
Copyright
a big
strike right
chunk
there.
of it would just stop. That's why they've put a lot of effort in hiding the origin of these funds by using instruments like cryptocurrencies and offshore companies. There's evidence that some propagandists and independent journalists like the Finnish Janus Putkonen are on the Kremlin's
Janus
payroll.
Putkonen.
Another example is a Malaysian social media figure
Ah,
and
this
RT
fucker.
columnist Ian Miles Chong, who often argues against the decadent West. Of course, money
Bro,
can
holy
influence
shit, look at
businessmen
this.
and politicians
Imagine the job position of yours being political and cultural commentator. What the fuck is that, like Twitter poster?
against the decadent West. Of course, money can influence businessmen and politicians too. You can become incredibly rich by doing business with the Russians, and many of them promote pro-Kremlin viewpoints out of greed.
Greedy and stupid.
Let's move on to ideology. Ideology can be an
Hey,
extremely
yo,
strong
this
motivator
old fuck.
and often creates
Hey, yo, this fuck.
staunch and loyal propagandists.
I don't know who
Most
this is.
of the ideology-driven Putin propagandists
Hey, yo,
come
this
from the
Nazi
far
fuck.
corners of the left and right, but many of them
Who's
also
that?
believe in various conspiracy theories and have no political affiliation.
Noam
It's not
looks
rare
more
to see people from the
ready
far left
to
and
meet
from
the
far
grave
right
every single time
cooperate
as
in
look at
this
him.
domain, reinforcing the idea
We have
of
a
the
saying here, which
horseshoe
is like with
theory.
one foot in the
Next,
grave when you
let's
look
talk
really,
about
really fucking
compromise
old and you're
or
like ready to
compromise,
pass over.
as it's known in Russia.
Noam
It
is
refers
that,
to
but like
damaging
2 of his feet are in the
information about a
grave.
person
His
which can
mama's ready.
then
Let him
be
go.
used
Let
for
him go.
blackmail purposes. The most common type of compromise is some kind of sex tape of the person
Ooh.
involved. Putin has used this strategy to his benefit since forever. The most famous case happened in 1999 when then FSB chief Putin released a sex tape where prosecutor General Yuri Skuratov was in bed with 2 young women. Skuratov had started investigating corruption of Putin's then boss, Boris Yeltsin, and this tape was used to make him resign from his position. Many young
Damn.
men who have visited and partied in Russia
Wait, but they're
have
like
probably become
minors?
targets of compromise. Ego is in Russia. Him resigned since then a sex in 9 where prosecutor General Yuri Skuratov was in bed with 2 young women. Skuratov had started investigating.
Wait, they were like
corruption
of legal
Putin's
age?
then boss, Boris Yeltsin, and this tape was used to make him resign from his position. Many young men who have visited and partied in Russia have probably become targets of compromise.
Combo light
Ego
brown and his
is
other
another
high
strong
grade.
motivator and can create
It's
very loyal
it's what it
propagandists.
looks like.
In many
It's
cases,
a modern
the
style.
propagandist's ego has
Bunga
been
bunga
bruised,
party.
and they often
Why-
feel
why
like
would you
they
resign
have
about
been
bunga
mistreated
bunga?
by their own country. For ego-driven
Like they were legal
propagandists,
age.
2 prime examples are Scott Ritter and Douglas MacGregor.
Hey, the
Both were
pedophile.
at some point quite talented in their work, but were to some degree mistreated by their superiors. MacGregor's career was hindered due to his unorthodox methods, and Ritter was humiliated as a weapons inspector. Now they're both pushing Kremlin narratives, and Ritter is even touring around Russia, going to talk shows to praise Russia
Convicted
and
pedophile.
defame the US and Ukraine.
Scott Ritter Jr.
Mice is good at describing our core motivations for producing and promoting propaganda, but it's also oversimplifying things. Randy Pulkett has stated that it excludes important factors like family, tribe, religion, ethnicity, and nationalism. But it's still a useful tool for determining what drives these actors to publish disinformation, and that in most cases
Give
we
it
can
rubles.
apply these motivators to most people. One of the biggest recruiters of Russian propagandists is a low-life thug and chef turned businessman, Yevgeny Prigozhin.
A chef turned shish kebab.
In our next episode and the first edition of a new segment called The Kremlin Files.
Oh yeah, I saw
we'll
Heritage.
introduce
Yeah,
him
yeah,
in
it
more
switched
detail.
the
But
views.
For now, I say goodbye to you.
It's
my
like,
friends
isn't it
and soup
Hungarian?
lovers.
It's Hungarian,
We'll
right?
meet again
Hey, yo,
soon
DB, how's
on
life?
the next episode of the Soup Central.
Heritage is Hungarian, correct? Because I've seen something about how many USA people seem to have been strongly influenced by Heritage switching their view. 10 hours at work in this heat, disgusting. What do you think about the storm? Do you think we're gonna have the storm? People keep on bitching about the storm coming. I don't dare to feel that positive about it. all day today people are like, yeah, you know what's going to happen? Oh shit, 52, nah, we're saving this. Let me go through Twitter.
This video was made possible by
Shut the fuck up. Yo, we're gonna have a huge storm today. You gotta be ready for it. Temperature's gonna drop, and I so much doubt it. I very much doubt it. It's just fucking disgusting. It's like, it's 30 right now. It's not even that much. That's the worst thing. It's 30. It was 37 when I started the stream. It's 30 now. It's still, I don't know. I've been missed a few times. Yeah, fucking ridiculous. No, dude, I want to get hit at least a little bit. I want a proper rain. I don't want the pussy thing we had last time. Unlike my ex. Like the last time we had the pussy bullshit with barely any rain happening. I'm really hoping we get something proper. About deliveries of weapons and F-16s. By the time these planes and pilots are ready, the nation of Ukraine should no longer exist. There should be no place to deliver these planes. Holy shit! Oh. Oh, no, I'm not showing you that. Russian state TV thinks Britain killed Prigozhin. It's always the British. It's always the British every single time, my dude. I don't think there was ever a situation in history where something horrible happened and it wasn't the British. Luckily, the explosion of Prigozhin is not a horrible thing, therefore it's not really likely the British were around. This was actually something good for the future of humanity. The Russian army began to use horses in the invasion of Ukraine. Damn. Fucking impossible. Would be goddamn ridiculous though. How could you wear headphones? I can't, my dude. I have to buy one of those tiny ones. I just keep on wanting to buy them and I never actually do it. So I'm kinda stuck. Prigozhin explosion. Explosion. Oh, look at this man. Except for human resources. Putin has no more resources. There's no economy, no military-industrial complex. Military reserves have already been exhausted. Thank you, Budanov. Thank you. I hope you are correct. I am hoping. Yuri? Is it in English? Yuri, I donated to Yuri. Go donate to Yuri. Yuri is helping snipers.
To see this.
He's a theologian.
Тут це сталося, я вважаю, що воля Божа на це. Тому
Aww.
що якби коли я сам не зміг вже воювати як
I
снайпер,
didn't know.
то почалися величезні запити, оскільки я був практично єдиний, хто був в Києві на той момент. І хлопці почали питати про набої, про снайперки. Ми спочатку брали з рук, потім брали в
We finished the fundraiser for the ponchos.
за кордоном. Такі унікальні снайперки. Ну і сьогодні ми купляємо 193-ю снайперку і ми віддаємо на фронт повністю всім обладнані ці снайперські комплекси, тобто разом з прицілами. І дуже часто приціл коштує дорожче, ніж сама снайперка. І відповідно ми також поставили велику кількість прицілів, 110 прицілів в Збройні Сили України або особисто хлопцям.
Напевно, лише Україна має профіль такого військового. Професор, богослов є снайпер. Юрій Чорноморець суперечностей в цьому не бачить, бо вважає, людина стає досконалою, коли починає боронити ворога.
I follow him on Twitter.
А досконалість – це щось на кшталт святості.
I follow him around, I follow his fundraisers. I was participating in the last one, and he wrote thank you as a response to my message, to my comment on Twitter, and I felt like a celebrity responded to me.
Це люди кращі, ніж, ну, якби, звичайна кількість людей, яку ми бачимо. Вони надзвичайно благородні у відносинах між собою, у відносинах в родині. Тобто люди ж приїжджають до мене з родинами, ми спілкуємося, п'ємо чай, я це бачу, це фантастика. І якби деякі люди, просто ти їх обнімаєш і ти відчуваєш, що це свята людина. Як я Олену Білозерську обняв, ми їй допомогли, дали новий приціл, дали патронів, повністю відремонтували її гвинтівку. Я її обнімаю, я відчуваю те, що я відчував, ось зустрічаючись за своє життя в сфері релігії з святими людьми. Що людина зараз перебуває в стані святості. Для мене це був шок. І розумієте, ну якби це люди набагато кращі, ніж я. І я вважаю, ну да, мій обов'язок, все, що я можу, дістати, знайти, від себе пожертвувати і відповідно забезпечити, щоб вони жили і щоб вони воювали.
Поява навіть одного снайпера з такою
Мен.
гвинтівкою, які мені показує Юрій Чорноморець, несе смерть на 2-2,5 кілометри будь-якої миті без всяких попередніх звуків. Вогонь із кількох снайперів може зупинити штурмові дії противника, навіть якщо практично нічого немає, крім стрілецької зброї.
Якщо є снайпери, починається атака, вони бачать, що працюють снайпери, вони відкочуються. Да? Якщо, відповідно, ми наступаємо і ми вражаємо їхніх кулеметників снайперським вогнем, бронебійними патронами, вони починають просто панічно втікати, як це було при Харківському прориві, тому що в перший день Харківського прориву Дике Поле змогло зробити це чудо, тому що прикривали снайпери на чолі з хлопцем, який високопрофесійний, 15 років в професії, і в нього була бронебійна ось ця гвинтівка снайперська, яку я дав. І він, відповідно, ну інакше вони всі полягли в це Дике Поле там. Ну так він вразив всі кулемети, причому перед боєм половину ж цих кулеметів не було видно. Вони відкидують такі мати з землею, і там виявляється це гніздо, яке повністю нічим не дістати, крім цього бронебійного патрона. От, вразити птуром, ну це ти раз 10 будеш стріляти, поки попадеш. А високоточна ось така зброя, вона надзвичайно пригодилася і, відповідно, зараз теж пригождається. Необхідно, щоб її було набагато більше.
Гвинтівки для снайперів – річ дорога. І якщо танк чи літак F-16 звичайна людина, звісно, купити не здатна, то задонатити 500 гривень на патрон для професіонала посильно кожному з нас.
True.
Комплекс
They're planning to have another
десь
raffle soon, by the way, so if you're interested in joining.
І вже він був готовий до бойових дій. Є вже окремі приблуди, такі як дальномір, там метеостанцію, він купляє сам або ще просить у нас. Але, відповідно, якщо ми беремо ось, наприклад, такий кадекс, то кадекс в 375-му калібрі – це прекрасна зброя. Якщо Рюгер може вражати максимально на 2 кілометри, то кадекс у нас є враження на 2600, 2800. І, відповідно, російських полковників ми дуже добре відстрілюємо. Ще поки що ні одного генерала не вбили, але ми на шляху до цього.
Юрій Павлович і сам снайпер, але не кращий, як каже, за тих, кому купував і купує гвинтівки. Його комісували після роботи на Київщині і, зокрема, в зоні відчуження.
Також ми постійно закупаємо гвинтівки в калібрі 50 БМЖ. От у нас тут є Вітрікс такий. Це, скажімо, в калібрі 50 БМЖ це ось найбільший патрон. І що дуже добре в гвинтівках в калібрі 50 БМЖ, що можна використовувати бронебійні патрони, які ми беремо від кулемета Браунінга. Вони дуже добре не тільки по легкій броньованій техніці, але також по бліндажах противника, тому що запалює в бліндажі все, по кулеметних гніздах, тому що пробиває бронещиток кулеметника, і з тої сторони виходить така шарова молнія, і відповідно враження всього живого, що є там в кулеметному гнізді.
В цій війні це не те, що снайпер шукає і вичікує живу ціль десь на поверхні, коли та ціль висмикнеться. Тобто це вже необхідність пробивати оте залялькованість, броню пробивати, де ціль ця знаходиться, правильно?
Ну, справа в тому, що зараз застосовується класичний снайпінг, тобто дійсно сидять люди, очікують, поки жива сила противника десь появиться, диверсійні групи, або, відповідно, якщо йде атака, і, відповідно, перший ешелон зіткнувся з нашими бійцями, то задача полягає в тому, щоб другий, третій ешелон відсікти, і ніхто не підійшов, і це дуже часто спасає ситуацію. І якби, крім того, є такі задачі, які не класичні, тобто бронебійними патронами вражати не класичні всякі цілі, по бронетехніці працювати. Ну, це, власне, те, що ми беремо з американського снайпінгу.
А снайперів, скільки їх має бути, якщо ми говоримо про мільйонне військо? Ви забезпечили 300. А скільки їх взагалі є? Вони не показують обличчя. Ви теж поясните нам, чому.
Ну, я вважаю так, що, бачите, снайперів повинно бути дуже багато.
Мгм.
І принаймні в кожному взводі повинен бути снайпер, а в кожній бригаді повинно бути кілька ось спеціалізованих таких груп, які могли б раптом спасти батальйон. Тому що якби це не лише снайпери з різноманітними калібрами, а це також придані до них кулеметники, це придані до них дроноводи, це сапери,
Мгм.
це гранатометники. Тобто це така завжди у нас повноцінна розвідувальна диверсійна група, яка може виконувати величезну кількість специфічних завдань, спираючись на снайперів як на основу.
Nice.
І відповідно таких груп в бригаді повинно бути 6. Ну, ми починали війну, що хоча б в бригаді повинна бути одна така група, пожежна команда така. Але потім ми прийшли до того, що треба формувати снайперські роти, і відповідно, щоб було 6 таких взводів, і вони могли виконувати найрізноманітніші задачі. І відповідно також у нас надзвичайно розвивається, що окремі групи взагалі майже повністю незалежні, відповідно на замовлення вищого командування, скажімо так, вони числяться формально в тій чи іншій бригаді, але, скажімо, вони є пожежними командами для цілого напрямку або навіть для цілого фронту. Їм просто дзвонять: алло, Андрюша, приїжджай сюди на південь, у мене є, значить, тут проблеми, виручай нас. Судячи по перемовинам всім, які ми теж чуємо ж постійно російським, то у них морально-психологічний стан, він падає абсолютно до нуля, коли, значить, хаймерси десь в тилу попрацювали, коли наша арта працює, коли дрони працюють, і тут ще з'являються снайпери. І снайпери виявляються тією жирною точкою, вони відразу починають між собою такі розмови, як звідси змотатися, чи знаєш ти, як можна відмовитися. Все, і в прямому ефірі командири обговорюють, може виставити руку, щоб мене ранили і забрали в тил.
Снайпер горе ворога. Тому Чорноморець сьогодні намагається зробити все, щоб кошти на купівлю зброї були завжди. Це, аби снайпери мали необхідне, здатне максимально захистити їх від ворога.
Коли в нас повна криза, то ми тоді телефонуємо нашим друзям, тому що є бізнесмени, Роман Миколайович Казанка, є Павло Дмитрович Гайдай. І ми телефонуємо і кажемо, що допомагайте, треба хоч трошки грошей, тому що вже повна криза. І вони знаходять можливості або особисті кошти, або ще кошти своїх фондів якось використати на те, щоб, скажімо, теж допомогти снайперам. І ми якось так ось справляємося чудом кожен день, відповідно.
Снайпінгом Юрій Чорноморець займався зі шкільного віку. І з початком війни дилеми не стояло. Людина віруюча має захищати все, що є для неї дорогоцінним. Родину, дітей, землю.
Я розумію дуже просту річ, все залежить від нас. Тобто є високопрофесійні люди, і, наприклад, на початку моєї діяльності для мене викликом було те, що людина може стріляти з усього, що стріляє, а стріляє чимось недосконалим. Якби треба було дати досконалі інструменти, людина тут же запрошує своїх друзів, які такі самі, і ми формуємо всі ці групи. Зараз викликом є те, щоб зберегти життя всіх цих хлопців, тому що потім, скажімо, у нас немає навіть часового ресурсу і матеріального ресурсу, щоб знову знайти таких професіоналів. Тобто,
it's actually because I used to be sitting like down, but my back hurts. I do need to bring it up. I do need to bring it up. Look, I'm growing into an old person, okay? My back fucking hurts if I sit like an idiot. Yeah, I just noticed that, like, my lower back just like, yeah. I used to be having that issue before, though, to be fair. I'm breaking apart as a person. I had, it's a stupid health issue, but Wait, let me see how the camera is here. See, even here it's like too high when I sit like properly up straight. My hip area, like lower back area, it was always hurting. And at one point they told me it's because my hips are built wrong. The crappy told. They told me it's because my hips are built wrong. Because I used to be very, very skinny. But my hips are very... Yeah, my hips are broad. So I used to be having like no meat on me. But I would still have hips. I would still be, you know, wide. And something about like the fact that I sleep on the side very often, it causes more like pain in the hip area. So sometimes I did used to have like days when I couldn't walk because like my hips were just at the connection area, it was just hurting that badly. And then from that it went into like lower back, and now I'm just fucking falling apart. Okay, I'm just falling apart. We need to get what's the word? Android bodies, so I can just switch to an Android body with tiny little hips. Are you? Oh, that's cute. That's cute. You need a gym? I do need a gym. Yeah, that's probably true. I do need a gym. I need to start exercising, unironically. We need to be doing squats on stream, okay? Every single time we see a Russian blow up, you do 10 squats, okay? We all do 10 squats. We do this together. We do this together, okay? Digging trenches in the yard for a week. Why are you digging trenches? Where's your yard, Rumak? on which side of the front line? You're going to the gym? I need to start going regularly. I kinda miss it. I did go to the pool thing, to the public pool thing. I was there these days, so I did like I feel properly, you know, stretched out, and I was doing lots of swimming and everything, and I feel great. I just wish I would do it regularly. Removing dirt and putting gravel instead in Finland. Ah, that's I was like, trench. You are the heirs of the great Russia of the saints, of the rulers, of the great Russia, of Peter the Great, of Catherine the Great, of that empire. Majestic, educated, great culture, great humanity. This man is bending full over. It's full over. He's not even trying to hide it. He's being like, hey, what would be... Yeah, it is for real. It is for real. And that was the worst thing. We didn't know if it was for real. I had hope in this piece of shit. Yeah. It is. You know what's the worst thing? When we first got news about this, we got it from a Russian source. So Russians were the first ones saying that this has happened. And at the time, bunch of people were like, hey, maybe Russians are lying. Maybe Russians are lying, and maybe he didn't actually say this, you know? So then we went to find the video, and the official videos published did not show this part. The official videos published cut out before this. Like, fuckers knew what he said was wrong. They hid it. So for, I think it was the entirety of Sunday and bigger half of Saturday, if I'm not mistaken, I was just seeing people on Twitter being like, the video is cut out. We have to get the part that was cut out. But it was available if you search in other languages, and then people couldn't properly translate it at the time because it was like fresh news, and it was kind of hard to find people to, you know, give enough of a shit to do translation. So it took like half a day or something for people to find the OG video, it took another half a day for people to actually translate it, and now it's here, and it's, yeah, it is true. It is true. Every single fucking word is true. This piece of shit, I don't even know. Man, fuck the church. He's making me into a hateful little bitch. That's what he's doing. Oh no, what is this? I feel properly, you know, stretched out, and I actually do feel properly stretched out a little bit. I knew it. I was saying it, and I was like, shit. Shit, is this a smart thing to say? Look at this bitch watching videos that I've already watched. What a loser. What did I want to say? I forgot. But yeah, how fucking dare you? Hey, by the way, I'm leaving. I'm giving you the link key and I'm leaving. I'm running, okay? Here's the link key to Topsen. And also let me see if we have someone streaming on Twitch. Let me see how Twitch is doing. We're going to go and bully Topsen. Who the fuck is Severus? Hey, SPB is streaming. I see him. I see Zach. Where is he streaming? Why are you streaming? Go watch a loser, Topsen. Yeah, I'm probably... Oh shit, he has like 1,000 something people. Holy shit. That is a lot. That is a lot. Morai, watch Topsen, less respect I have for him. Why? For what reason? We're gonna do the raid anyways. So Twitch official raid going here, and then if you wanna go watch Topsen, I've given you the link to Topsen. I'm probably gonna see what SPB is doing, and then if I find it too hard to follow, I'm just gonna go switch to Topsen, and then I'm gonna call him a little bitch or something. I don't know. You think he's a good person? Hey, wait, really? You were like honest? I thought I was a meme. That you don't have a lot of respect for him. I thought you were joking. I thought you were joking. I don't know. I haven't really caught his last few streams. I don't know if you had some conversations that made you think that. Yeah, I thought you were joking. I'm sorry, I didn't take it seriously at all. I wasn't up to the depth of the conversation. But yeah, I don't know if something happened. I didn't get to catch him in a while. What were the last streams that I was chill in? It was the ones where he was doing the ChatGPT. I thought those were fun streams. The ChatGPT one, you know, I thought that was fun with questions about your philosophy. Oh yeah, okay. Now that you remember me, remind me. Yeah. I too have started hating that man ever since I saw him talk about the ACs. That's true. Actually, fucking based. Just fucking based. But yeah, I don't know. I think I just gonna see him as a chill place to hang out at. That's it. But also raid in 5 seconds. See you tomorrow. Stay strong. You got this. Drink water. Survive.